We are live from the trap. Does anybody have a intro question this week?
Intro question? No, I do not. I can come up with something if you like.
Sure, come up with something.
All right, cool. So I know I'm talking to gentlemen who have been out of the single game for a really long time. So I'm gonna need you to get into the mind of when you was not in a loving, beautiful relationship that you are now in. Now,
it's gonna be hard.
Yeah,
I understand that. I understand because I am talking to three black men here. Okay, so have you ever been in a situation where you was on a mission with your man's and you know like man's type of girl that he liked and you had to facilitate that for him? Have you ever been in a situation where his type liked you instead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, man. It's a tough situation, bro. Like you gotta keep pushing. Then you gotta push like in front of your mans, and then if somebody gotta win.
Hey, brother.
Somebody gotta win, bro.
Somebody has to take the shot at the end.
Yeah.
Someone got to.
For the team, bro. You gotta bring the dub back to the team, bro. Yeah.
One band, one sound, baby.
No, nobody found me attractive. Nobody was looking in my direction. Nobody was paying attention in my facility. Nobody has been intertwined with me, looked at me. Nah, so I can't.
Okay, man. I love that.
Yeah. Good answer.
Good shit. Good answer.
Bro, we all got
that's a good one.
You ain't gotta act like that. We all got a pass, man.
Hey, not him.
Yeah, not me.
That's crazy.
Hey, bro. This is days of future past, nigga. This is gonna
be nigga, I know you. And you was a lying ass nigga right there. Yeah.
Hey, man. In the sanctity of people watching this program, I will leave this show in a heartbeat.
Hey, man, that's why I said good answer.
So like I said, I do not have any recollection.
I would like to say, as myself, I accept your answer, brother. That's how I was taking it.
Thank you.
Get it. No problem, man. No problem. See, good answer.
Let me make sure my answer was good enough, though. Hold on.
You gotta check in. I feel you.
Yeah, guys, make sure everything good.
Yo, was that good? Was that working? Was that?
But yeah,
hey, bro. The things you gotta do. The things you have to do, man.
That will determine if I stay on this show for the rest of the night.
Oh,
yes,
man.
We up.
Yes. We up, baby.
Good answer.
That's what we like.
We are
man,
up.
That's what we like to see there. Good,
yes, sir.
Good shit. Good
yes,
shit. My man Scotland winning already. Look at him.
This is not my first rodeo.
Right.
He said we've been here before.
I know who's watching this show. I know who is looking. So yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I get it. We love to see it, man. We love to see it.
Thank you, man.
You know the amazing thing is that we're about to go into. This will be the first time that we get to do our intro. The intro video, the new one.
Oh man, listen. I know I put it on the timeline, but should we play it for them though? Should we play it for them? Do they deserve it?
Yes.
Fuck it, let's get into it. The brand new intro of BGW.
real trap shit.
This is the peak of professional wrestling. I love it.
Once again, you're tuned in to the BG Dub. What up? Hit the subscribe button and pour a cup. We back up soon as Scotty beams. Collar and Noble conversation served with a side of collard greens. Nolo's the biggest heel in the photo. D-Mac and Chaz shooting hard from the logo. And off the top rope, starting that guard from a locker room in Philly, they got low. Black guy, BG Dub, throw it up, yo. Wolfpack, throw it up, yo. Sunday night's main event, and we live with it. And this is where we hit the logo.
Got some crappy shoes on. It's never ironed. The shirt is too small. The shitty scarf and the terrible ass haircut. And you think that you're better than Worm? Give me a break.
And welcome everyone to the first annual BGW Tardy Awards.
Look, we got the man himself, the vocals
Yes,
and the production, the legendary A.O. Baker. Yes, sir.
Beautiful. No idea why I had to be a heel in it, but it's okay, man. We good. We straight.
That was that was perfect. And when he finally comes on the show, the visionary himself, we will give him a round of applause too. But calling you the biggest heel and then Chaz adding Darius Carter right behind you, chef's kiss. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
I never understood why these things happen. I mean, it was great. It was beautiful. Just didn't understand why they came together like that.
It was perfect. Saying, yeah, we might have to do that.
Hey, man. Hey. One thing's for sure. You know who doesn't think I'm a heel? Netflix.
Hey.
So once again, like I said on the timeline, symbolism that you are Seth Rollins is perfect. You know what I mean? The backstabbing, the betrayal, always thinking that you are right.
I mean, I'll put it this way. That if we're gonna do it that way, that makes perfect sense that you are Roman, because you be gaslighting the fuck out of all of us, coming up with these terrible rules and not trying to defend your title when it actually is your time. But yeah, it's cool. I can rock with that. Let
me ask you a question. Every time I have tried to implement a rule and it gets shot down, who still ends up defending the title?
You.
Second,
that don't mean
who do I be gaslighting?
Us. Specifically me. I be gaslit all the time, and I just be like, man, this is crazy. I have never been gaslit in such a way.
This is how we starting our first annual Tardy Award. This is what we're doing.
Yes.
This is not a regular show, man. This is monumental.
I agree. Hey, it's cool. We had to put it in there. We good. We sure.
Coming in first, it is Scotland Underwood.
Coming in second, it is me, myself, and I, Mr. Solo, Nolo Green. Man, that was a lot of booze.
Who next? Who
going next?
Go ahead, Matt. I'm waiting for. Go ahead, Matt.
Coming in third, but got the last word. You know, the one that's never late for the party, the one that's dressing dapper for the awards. Ironically named D-Mac motherfucking Tardy, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yes, sir.
You already know who it is, man. Coming in fourth in the fifth chair, BGW Pod, AJ Styles P, Low P, all of those good things. I'm overcharging niggas for what they did to the Cold Crush and to Cold Scorpio. So always remember that.
Hey!
Very, absolutely. You already know. Very privileged to be at my first Tardy Awards. I wanted Tardy to go third because, you know, this is his namesake. Yes. But I know we usually do his introduction last, but just for, you know, the theme of this evening. You know what I mean? I definitely needed that. So,
but we got a Hall of Famer in the building right now.
Erica.
Erica in the building. BGW Hall of Famer. She'll be getting her flowers in one. Oh yeah. 2 BGW Hall of Famers.
Oh, another one. Taylor.
Taylor, what is happening?
Oh man, we love it. We love it. We love it, man.
Much love. Much love.
Damn, I feel like I should have got a drink. I'm out here drinking water.
That's good.
Loser.
I'm saving. Hey, look, I'm saving my drink for Tuesday evening.
True.
Okay, I feel you.
Ocean spray too.
Mm-hmm. And then we go. Oh man, much love you. You know what I mean?
Love as always.
Love you, Erica.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys, man. I'm just taking nostalgia for y'all. I don't want to put too much out there, but back to the Nolo days.
Oh, I see that. Back
to the Nolo days. Back to the apartments, man.
Hey man, good times, man. Good times. You used to come through with brews every time. Yeah,
bro. And I just want to say, I just appreciate y'all about like just naming the award show, the Tardy Awards. I know this has been like one in the making since years ago, and and by me just being one of the longest special guests, ever in the history of BGW history. I want to thank y'all for just the acknowledgement of that, because without y'all, shit, I really wouldn't even be here. So I just appreciate y'all boys, man.
Well, like I said, bro, the Tardy Awards is more than just recognizing the finest in professional wrestling. It's recognizing the brotherhood that we all have. You know what I mean? You are forever an integral part. You know what I mean? The light, the laughter, the happiness. That's what you bring, bro. And you are absolutely deserving to be recognized in immortality. The Tardy Awards will be here long after we are gone. You feel me? So by giving you the accolade, it's absolutely nothing, bro.
Yep,
absolutely, man.
Well deserved, brother. I know the least amount of wrestling than everybody on here, but
that don't matter, brother. Don't matter at all.
Look, man, shout out to Vincent, shout out to Rennie who's coming. We just looked at. Yeah, this is the best show of the year, the best awards show. I gotta say, I've tapped into a couple people's best of 2024 podcast. No shade, they all suck. But us, being who we are here to provide high quality entertainment as we do these picks. What podcast do you know that has really no clear definition of who are the winners of these awards? A lot of miscommunication.
I mean, it's honestly what we do best.
So this is what I propose. To make the show as fun and as interesting as possible. We all say who we think won from our perspective, and then we vote on who won the award based on all of our picks.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good, right?
This sounds like a trap, but I feel you.
Oh,
it sounds like a trap.
You know full and well which award you about to win, buddy.
I do know which award I'm about to win. This shit is terrible, bro. But all right, go ahead, man. We good.
Now, or should we wait for young Chaz to get into the building before we kick off?
Is he like coming?
He said 7-2, so I'm assuming.
Okay. Hey, bro. Hey,
you know what? We'll wait till we'll give it 15 minutes. If not within 15 minutes he's not here, we'll jump right into it. How about that?
Well, he got it to when we usually start.
Yes. In the meantime, what we can do is kind of to brush over. Whoa. I see too many biases from you guys. What biases?
We haven't even said nothing yet.
We haven't done nothing.
He ready?
Dave Chappelle.
My man said we biased and we didn't even say shit.
He ready. He got notes probably.
He said, I'm waiting for these niggas to say something.
Let me FaceTime my ops. I'm up the street.
Like,
no.
He ain't going to the finals this year, I'll tell you that. That's
Oh man, ready to debate. Embrace debate, dog. That's what he's on.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Trying to come here like power and be a hero and shit.
Motherfucker like Curve. He want to get his Curve and A. Smith on. I ain't mad at him.
I'm up for Curvin. Shit, fuck it. Welcome to debate. Guess what though? I guess with this cup full of 0 fucks.
Let's go, man.
I'm about to be all right. This is Tardy Awards. We about to get the old Tardy back tonight.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yes, sir.
I will say, last night AEW World's End. Obviously, can't wait another week to go talk about that because shit will be already flying by that time. So World's End already in the books. Overall, gentlemen, what do we think about the pay-per-view? You know what I mean? Was it a good closing pay-per-view for AEW?
Yeah, it was a good closing pay-per-view for wrestling. Like for the last PLE of the year. Just overall, there was a good card, good grabs. AEW, they do a good job of the speed of the matches. So it's not a lot of waiting around and vignettes. They know what wrestling fans want far as an alternative. And I know I've been hard on them.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not
I said something wrong?
No. The guy. The guy that wants to embrace debate.
Oh, okay. But like the AEW do a great job of having a good alternative to what the mainstream wrestling is, and a good grasp of pure wrestling, if you will. So overall, from top to bottom, it was a good card. Great card.
Yeah. Overall, the Continental Classic. Obviously the selling point, the 2 semifinals. Big Bill Will and Kyle Orton against, and Ricochet and Okada. We have not talked about Trevor in the last couple of weeks since. Yeah, we never did a show during the Hammerstein Ballroom shows.
Trevor Tate.
Damn, Trevor Tate.
Hey, they're killing that nigga on Twitter the other day, though.
He's doing just.
He was on his bullshit, and I'll be honest, I wasn't 100% like mad. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's wild to out here retweeting Andrew Tate, but like character wise, I didn't think he was doing I like this dumbass shit that he's doing. Like he's just feeding into, if you already got a bunch of people not liking you and you already seeing the fans not liking you, why not just feed into it? He ain't have to go over the edge doing some MJF shit like him, but other than that, I feel like he did a good job with it.
Yeah,
Lo, talk to me, man. What do you think about bitch ass Trevor?
Yo, bro, that shit. So y'all know what I like. Y'all know what I get into. The moment that the toilet paper came out, it became like battle rap.
It was gorgeous.
He lifted his soul up. And so now I'm really curious to see, and one thing I'm really just kind of curious about also is that within this whole Ricochet shit, right? Like, what's really going on? Is he is he enjoying his wrestling at AEW? Is he just leaning into this shit? You know what I mean? Like for television purposes. But overall, man, I'm entertained by it. I kind of feel a little bad for the guy sometimes, but that's why my curiosity is.
I don't.
That's why my curiosity be a little turned because it's like, yo, like, is this guy? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, but I'm very entertained. I'm definitely ready to see him and Swerve shake shit. You know what I mean? Beginning of the year, and I think I don't know, and I'm having a lot of debates right now. Like I'm talking to a lot of pro Ricochet people in my life. Only but so much, right? Not too much. That's very true. Definitely don't feel bad for him in his personal life at all. You know what I mean? Like more power to that brother. You know what I mean? And that on that avenue, right? But when it just comes to in the ring, And just, I mean, a little bit outside, like some of this shit with the promo, like why is he laughing like that? Who told him to do that? Was that his idea? I'm very entertained. You know what I mean? But I just think that the shit in the ring gonna be what it is. You know what I mean? But I did really appreciate what Swerve had to say about bro. Like you were saying that, like without us, like, and I think that he shouldn't have said that shit. He never should have said nothing about like without me, it's no AEW type of shit. Like I think that was very undignified. And so yeah, he went into business for himself with that, and he had to eat that shit last night. But you know, I think that the check is probably good, you know. But I just wonder about the guy sometimes at this point.
Let me tell you.
Oh, look at my man.
Let me tell you. This is like this, you know what I mean, Christmas gifts, right? You know what I mean? I started all this, right? This is all my doing, my work.
You're that Drake video.
Yeah, but round two, who started this? We started this. Look at that, you know what I mean? Like hearing the boos is like, yo, oh, there he is, the man Chazzo, the visionary,
baby,
the visionary,
man of the hour, man of the week.
Yes, sir.
You're all beautiful.
Let's go. Let's go.
Y'all motherfucking beautiful.
Let's go.
You ain't gotta be cool every day, bro. Calm down, bro. You don't have to fire, bro. You ain't gotta be cool every goddamn day. Take a break, my nigga.
You know what Chaz is doing right now? Chaz is manifesting when they're interviewing him in his director's chair, and you know he's playing it cool and casual, but he's like, "Yeah, I'm that nigga." You know what I mean? Like, y'all can bring me my coffee. It's all good.
Yeah. See, he got the X hat on. He's spiked.
He got the X hat on and
he's
everything.
Spiked, bro. He think he's slick. He put the. And you see the glasses? They round, but they. Yo, this boy Chaz vicious, bro.
Come on, man.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. Don't tase me, bro.
Hey, that's that position when a nigga on E2 Hollywood stores, he started spilling everything. He never liked none of them niggas. He's done all the background shit. Like, yeah, that nigga Nolo, he's an asshole for real, in real life. I see the nigga taking this girl. The nigga tried to holler at her. He helped Nolo, trying to help the nigga. And then guess what? The nigga took the bitch from him. Like, God damn.
Oh, man.
He gonna spill everything. Oh, shit.
Oh,
no. Hey. For NDA. I need the NDA.
I feel like me and Nolo.
We are laughing at the same thing.
Okay.
We are.
Brother, coming on with hate, man. We're not doing this up here, man.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, though.
We can hear you, brother.
I can hear y'all. Be back.
Okay, no worries. No worries.
Problem. Oh, my man was just nodding along. He's like, "Yep."
Didn't hear nothing. We said.
Ain't hear a damn thing.
Nothing we said. Yeah. As we wait for Chaz to get back, key things from last night. You know what I mean? Thumbs of approval or disapprove. The Undisputed Era. You know what I mean? Coming back. Damn, we're not rocking with it. Not rocking.
I don't give a damn. I don't care.
We're not rocking. You don't want to see a Kyle Roderick tag team?
Oh, I'll take that tag team. Sure. I don't need all the Undisputed Kingdom together. If it was just Roderick and Kyle by themselves doing their own thing, I'll rock with it. I'll be excited for it. But
damn, now you might go. Yeah, can't hear you, bro. There we go.
Yeah. I'm back.
Can y'all hear me?
No.
Let's do a mic check real quick.
Yo.
Mac just froze. Oh no. Oh, did you?
Why does that nigga say like top dollar? That's fucked up, man. Who the fuck that nigga is, man?
That boy though. That's that guy. I got more on him. I got more on him later on.
Today, bro. God damn. What the fuck wrong with that nigga, bro?
Bro, I got tears in my eyes.
Can we bring people up in this motherfucker?
Hey, man.
Oh, bro.
This
is fun.
Let's go to the awards, man.
It's time.
Let's go to the awards. All right. So the BGW the man Eddie James. What's up with you, bro? The BGW Tardy Awards. Like I said.
This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be good, man. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. So we're gonna go through the categories. Like I said, the rules are we will announce who we originally picked, and then we will vote to solidify who has won. In agreement? We're good?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
First award, Rookie of the Year. Now, Rookie of the Year does not necessarily mean the person just started wrestling this year. Rookie of the Year means that this was probably their either their breakout year or they, like I said, they one of the young gunners that are going into 2025 with a lot of momentum. So my pick for Rookie of the Year was Jada Parker. Jada Parker, I feel like I said, I think we tend to forget Jada Parker just debuted in February.
Right.
Yes.
So I think for the year she has had, I can't see anybody being better. There was a couple of people that I had originally, but my pick, Jada Parker.
It's a good pick.
I concur. I had to put the tartar shades on for that one because that's winner chicken dinner. Goddamn. Jada Parker for the win. But,
he calling it right now.
He said nobody else matters. It's Jada Parker. That's it.
Rookie. I mean, look, she came. Look, I went to the barbershop. Dude was like, "Hey, bro, you been watch? I know you watch wrestling." I was like, "Yeah, I watch wrestling. Do a podcast." He was trying to get on. I was like, "Fuck no!" In my head. But he was like, "Hey, bro, there's some wrestlers I want to show you that I've been watching." First match, Jada Parker. I was like, okay, yeah, bro, you tapped in. But he was talking about her way in he wasn't really respecting the graps too much. He was looking at a whole bunch of other shit. But I understand that, man. But that's part of the reason why I put that Rookie of the Year too. She gravitating to a different audience and bringing them to wrestling. You know what I'm saying? She already have a mainstream appeal. We're not even being top in the underground aspect of wrestling. So with that being said, that's why I put with Jada Parker.
I feel you. So I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot that Jada Parker only debuted in February, but I went with Javon Evans as my pick for it. I think he's had also a very good, amazing first year up in NXT. He's been able to be put in big spots. He has delivered in every single time that they have put him in a star moment, star making categories or anything situations. And yeah, I see nothing but the sky's the limit for the kid.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, what are you? What are you?
I too went Javon Evans. Again, I wish I would have asked about certain categories as far as like what are we considering rookies or breakouts, because I think we all probably would have told Shada. But with that being said, Javon Evans is not a solid pick at all. He came out of nowhere, essentially. Like he was doing his thing on Level Up, but once he came out of nowhere, once he got that spark and it started to catch on, the sky was the limit. He rarely misses, and whoever the opponent has been, whatever match there has been, he's found a way to step up. Even when he had that little mistake with RO, you could barely tell. You just thought it was a part of the match, and that's how good he truly is. And not just us, but you know what I mean, the OGs believe in him too. You don't just get matches with Randy Orton on a random, Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, you see he's getting the rubs, you see he's getting the bumps. I think Scott hit the nail on the head perfectly. If we talk about just a flaw we had to find, is that if once he hones into how to slow down, how to like work the match, you know what I mean, be in the ring psychology and figure that out and still be able to use his speed when it's called for it, it's not gonna be too much you can do with him. Obviously, you know, his personality is gonna carry him through promo wise and things like that, but that's only gonna get better. You can tell he's a student of the game. He really wants to learn how to be one-on-ones. So yeah, the sky's the limit for this guy, and it's only gonna get more bouncier than ever for that motherfucker.
No, I see what you did there.
Ah,
yeah, that was smooth. I like that. I like that. I like
That was a good one, nigga.
Absolutely. And all of these are like, you know, appreciate all y'all selections. I definitely love me some young Miss Parker, boy, don't I? But you know, on both areas, right? Because I heard Mac was saying that, you know, the guys in the barbershop, excellent wrestler she is. You know what I mean? I definitely want to, you know, give her, you know, those flowers here verbally. But my selection also went to the young OG Javon Evans. I've been following Javon for some time, as you know, as everybody here, and you know, from Greensboro, North Carolina, 20-year-old. You know what I mean? Done amazing things in DPW. Shout out to Deadlock Pro and all the guys down in North Carolina. Even in Firestar as well. This year, 2024, right? PWI 500. He was number 95, right? And so I think that when I think about Javon Evans, right, I'm not making a direct comparison with other people, but I think about other people in their breakout era, right? Who came through NXT, and not only people that just like went to the performance center, right? But like actual talents who we know now that are like that were pure students of the game, right? Like we've seen these people have footage, like basically like remember that time like we saw Kevin Owens at like a WWE event, or like Bailey, or like these like really like these people, right, who were kids at one point who really appreciated this game. I think they showed like a picture of Javon at some point when he was younger with like titles in his room and all of that. And he reminds me of that, right? Like a Kevin Owens type, you know what I mean? By the time he comes to his breakout moment, like I think that we can all say that like when Kevin Owens was doing his thing at NXT, when he got called up and beat Cena, like he pretty much was like rookie of the year then, right? Or like at least like breakout person of the year. So Javon is kind of me giving those vibes to me, like at this moment. And I think that, you know, it's probably going to be a while, right, before we get an actual call up, right? It's, you know, this kid got many moons to still pick this thing up at NXT, but again, really bright future. You know, shooting up the PWI like every year, and yeah, so that's definitely my pick, young OG Javon Evans.
So based on proxy, Javon Evans 3-3/2. He beats Jada Parker. Javon Evans is the BGW Rookie of the Year. I don't agree, but this is what we do.
I thought it was a landslide victory for Jada. Everybody,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like that's what I was assuming, but I guess three of the brothers up here don't care for Jada Parker, and that's okay. That's okay.
Oh wow! Oh, that's what we're doing. Oh, okay.
You want to run that back? You want to run that back?
Oh,
but
I'm sorry. I got triggered. I'm sorry.
What would Rick Ross say that time at the Grammys? His little Wody had the hammer on him. That's Chaz, right? He got a gun. He got his gun at the awards. That's crazy.
Look, man, I just got hit with a 1 too, man. You gotta calm down. Here is a great picks, but is it fair to throw Obafemi in there? I'm not gonna lie. I keep forgetting that Obafemi is technically a rookie.
I thought that nigga started last year.
I thought that this was like year 2, so that's why I didn't pick him. Whereas he'd have been my pick personally.
He was so good that it seemed like he was already like 2-3 years in, far as like, you know what I'm saying, but good evaluation.
Well, I was about to say something about Obafemi is, as far as like how he hasn't been in the business that long. If Obafemi was to win the world title on Raw tomorrow night, I'd be completely happy. Like it wouldn't even be.
Wouldn't bother me in the slightest.
I'd
be like, damn, he ended Gunther like that, as he should.
Most improved meaning that in 2024, the person that we chose showed out from how they were in January to where they are right now. My pick, obviously, the proto star, Kyle Fletcher. When Kyle Fletcher started January, my anticipation was by the time we get to the end of the year, Aussie Open is going to be back in business, probably get the tag team title shortly in 2025. I never would have thought in a million years Kyle Fletcher would be lauded where he is right now. Keep in mind, you saw the flashes of brilliance in him, right? I still remember that incredible match he had with Lee Johnson, Ring of Honor, Mania weekend. A couple weeks later, he had an amazing 2 out of 3 falls with Lee Johnson. And then I think people also forget Will Ospreay's second match in AEW was Kyle Fletcher, right?
Yep.
So it's like you see the flashes of brilliance. Then he links with Don Callis, shaves his head, becomes Randy Orton, and then he does not look back at all. You feel me? The 2 matches he has now had with Will Ospreay are, in my book, AEW classics. His performance in the Continental Classic, he only lost once, and that was to Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
But just that run in itself, and keep in mind the loss from last night, I don't even think hurts him even in the slightest. If anything, I see him beating Will in the eventual rubber match. So as far for me, Kyle Fletcher is the most improved 2024.
I'm gonna go with Solo Sikoa.
Good pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Solo based off of he was coming trying to get his footing. He was trying to get his footing in, at the beginning of the year, underneath like his family, whatever. But he was given a task from somebody that didn't talk to somebody to have to adopt somebody else's personality to move a character, and then we have to adopt that personality and then make it his own. And then also having the new bloodline as a top heel. Everybody knows when you get like with the new DX. You remember when they tried to do DX when it was just X-Pac and the New Age Outlaws. It didn't have that same flair. It didn't have that same oomph that it did when they had Triple H or when Shawn was the leader of it. But this new bloodline, it still have that appeal. Mainly, with the cheat code of having Roman still around that story and having Roman in there, I get it. But at the same time, he did not drop the ball. So I'm going to go with Solo Sikoa.
One time for the man, the legend himself, Brian H. Waters. Big salute. If you get a chance, go listen to the incredible Locker Room Lead episode.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic vibes, you know what I mean? Also, special shout out to Sports For You Wrestling Podcast. Great brothers over there. I do love that. That solo pick. I do.
Me too. That's a good job.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, man, he is like, I know there was people that were like down on him at some point.
Nolo was.
Whoa.
I hate you, Nolo.
Yeah,
that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Nolo was slandering Solo a lot on this podcast.
You slandered him the most on this podcast.
No,
you had to come in here.
Hold on. Wait. Say that one more time, Mac.
It was you. Pink shirt, Nolo, Cowboys fan. Yeah.
Okay. This is cool. This is the bully Nolo hour. I feel you. That's what's up, but it's fine.
Hey, Cowboys.
That's right.
That's right.
I ain't that earlier.
And two Chaz.
That's right.
Nah, he is gaslighting.
He is gaslighting. He's proving people's point. Who's your pick?
Guys, thank you. Shit, man. Both of those picks are great, and I appreciate both of them because they can absolutely all of them have done their thing. I went with Lash Legend. I feel like that Lash Legend, every time that she has been brought up to fill a spot, to fill a role, that she knocks it out the park. When she first started, they had her just doing the talk show, just doing her thing backstage, being a personality. But the more that they gave her inside the ring and also teaming her up with Jakara, like they have done everything and knocked it out the park every single time. Their spot, their match when they had their joint at a Crown Jewel, amazing. When they had the four-way tag team match, when she filled in for Jade after Jade got knocked out the paint, knocked that out the park as well. I see nothing but big things for Lash Legend when it is her time to have more single success and take that NXT championship at some point. I think it'll be an excellent choice to do so.
Good pick. Good pick.
Beautiful.
She is hilarious.
Speaking of which, have y'all seen her her cooking show?
Yes.
That shit is incredible, dog.
Oh man.
Top tier television programmer. I went Nia Jax for my pick.
That's a great pick.
If there was if there was somebody who, I mean, we all know the stigma, the trope, the idea on her was that she was reckless. She didn't have that many moves. She was just a big body, X, Y, and Z. Everything was said about her under the sun, and the fact that she didn't try to run from the grind, she didn't try to run from it. She took the time necessary to say, "All right, I'm gonna put this work in," and not only that, I'm gonna come back to where there's nothing you can say about me. There's nothing you can do with me. You're just gonna have to accept what I am. And she did. I would have never thought Nia Jax would have broke out the way she did this year. I didn't see it because again, there was nothing for me to believe that she was gonna do the work, and she did. So I want to apologize to her because she heard the criticism, she heard the gripes, and again, just when you're around greatness, as I am with 4 beautiful black brothers, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to feel like you're not carrying. You're part of the deal. You're part of the package. She's a part of that Hawaiian bloodline. She's a part of that tradition. And she's seen so many people in her family be great. So I'm pretty sure for her it was like, all right, I have a legacy to live up to. I can't let this go to waste. And so she went away, did what she needed to do, and now she became a main event player. So now when you see her winning Queen of the Ring, it's not like a shocker. It's like, oh, all right, you know what I mean? It makes sense because you put the work in. So, my hat goes off to her because she heard the noise and she put the work in.
Really good picks. Really excellent picks. I want to take this opportunity to move toward our Black indie folks for this award. Now, when determining who I wanted to select for most improved, I wanted to kind of provide a caveat, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Now, I know most improved is sometimes an award that has a certain it has a standard of understanding, like the way we understand this award, who it should be given to, why are they receiving it, right? But I just kind of want to push the understanding of this particular award for a minute because of the individual who I think is the most improved of 2024, and for me, that is the 7, Mr. Darius Carter. And so the reason why I would like to highlight him right now is because Darius Carter is a veteran in this industry. He is, I think, somewhat a master of it, right? I don't, there's students and then there's masters. I think there's some forever students, but I think his mastery shows up a lot more, and that's primary. Granted, and I don't want to use the PWI 2024 as the grand metric for why I'm deciding what in a few of our categories, but from his 2023 spot, he actually dropped down, I think, 7 spots. He's in around that. Absolutely, Brian. He's in that 150. Excuse me. He's in that 140 to 155 in that neighborhood. He's been in that neighborhood in the PWI in the last 2 or 3 years, I believe. But he actually dropped down. But the cats I see in front of him, it's okay, right? Billy Starks is in front of him, Myron Reed, who we've had up here. But the reason I want to select him is because, number one, right? Ashe Wrestling, right? Shout out to our brothers and sisters.
Salute.
Him winning that title solidified, I think, who he is to us in the, in the Black IWC, if I may. And for me, being a person who, in certain instances, and I'm gonna say it up here, like certain people like are my guy. Shout out to Billy, shout out to Darius. But in a lot of instances, it's just like, man, like when is this dude Carter gonna fall? I think like right now, like especially going into next year, like his win percentage is going to be way higher. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm even on the Internet Wrestling database right now, just looking at some of his winning percentages and things like that. Like he's next level. I think that he's ready for television. I think that he's ready for a lot of other things. But he's always pushing the boundaries, right? I see, Natural Hill that Brian said, like he's pushing what it means to be these things. He's pushing what it means to get better in independent professional wrestling, right? And potentially, hopefully, on TV one day, because it's certain things I'm seeing from him that I'm not even seeing from certain cats on television. You dig what I'm saying? So for me, him winning the Ashe Championship again, like I said, he dropped down in the PWI, the current Recombination Wrestling Champion and the ECWA Champion. My most improved for 2024 is the 7, Mr. Darius Carter.
First, I have a question.
Absolutely.
Oh no, all I wanted to say was just shout out to my man Marks with Mikes, my homie JT. Salute to that brother tapping in. Salute.
His birthday not too long ago.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple days ago. Yeah. Happy belated to my man. But yeah, go ahead, Chazo.
So I wanted to ask about Darius Carter. Just a quick question. Trying to figure out how I want to say it. He's been doing this thing for so long and has been at the top of his game for so long, and we, the culture, understand his value and his presence. I guess I'm trying to figure out, like, yeah, we would love to see him on, television, whatever it is. Whatever it is, we just want to see it. It's tough to ask. Is a WWE idea slap in the face for him?
No.
I only ask that not because I disrespect what it is or him. When I look at the WWE idea, I look at it as, I don't look at it negatively, but when I'm thinking about Darius Carter, I'm like, damn, he really doesn't necessarily need it because he is well known throughout us, and it seems like he's well known not just with us, but then if you really know Grapsh, he's well known. So I feel like he should just be there on his natural talent. So that's why I'm kind of asking, like, let's say he does get an idea, is that like a knock towards him, a knockdown for him, because I don't feel like he necessarily needs it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing, but he's so good. Like, I don't necessarily think he needs it to get on television.
If I could chime in, so I don't necessarily see it as like, it's not a negative. I agree with everything you're saying, but for me, it's like when I'm saying the word television in the same sense with Darius Carter, like not for nothing, like, and we talk a lot of shit, and we like what we like in certain instances, and we saw World's End last night. We know what type of television that is. Like, I don't see him on WWE television, knowing what they look for, what they want to look for in the future from certain cats. I don't know if I really see him like being like, and granted, who knows what NXT is going to look like in 2026, right? As far as like presentation and certain other things, like we're in a moment right now and it's great, but I would love to see him like on like a Ring of Honor and try to bring something to that, back to Ring of Honor. You dig what I'm saying? And just what I just feel like the AEW Ring of Honor stuff is for mainly like adult contemporary like wrestling fans, if that's like a thing to say. Like earlier, Tardy was talking about pure wrestling folks, you know what I mean? And I think not only just for the wrestling, but just for the presentation of Darius Carter, like the way he talked that shit, like, yeah, I would love to see him on like their cameras more so than WWE, because I don't feel like he would necessarily be in the best space to be himself. And granted, I don't, and that's the thing, you kind of in the WWE, you kind of get remixed somewhat. Like we see what happened when Swerve went to the E. Mm-hmm. It's like, brother, like it was cool, you know what I mean? But
TNA would be, TNA would be perfect.
That'd be dope too.
Yeah, TNA would be,
that'd be the perfect for me.
Especially with the year that 2025 is about to bring for TNA. I absolutely just see like a potential feud like with him and Nick Nemeth. You know what I mean? And like I said, they're about to lose like a guy like Speedball. You know what I mean? A couple guys, possibly Josh Alexander. Him filling that void, Darius Carter, Mike Santana match, like that's just sounds incredible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, we've all given our picks. My final vote after hearing everybody, I'm gonna go with Lash Legend.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Seems like I had to take something from the fans too. Everybody got hyped up when they, you know what I'm saying?
They did. Everybody was
Hey, fan favorite choice.
All right. Next category, the illustrious promo of the year. Promo of the year, the person that cooks on the microphone. I actually have the transcript for my promo of the year right here.
Oh, okay. Above and beyond.
I'm going to read it. Because my pick for promo of the year is the night after the Royal Rumble, or 2 nights, Drew McIntyre to CM Punk. And this is what Drew McIntyre said. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the key thing. I've said some terrible things about you since you've returned to WWE, and I meant them. You are a terrible person to me in the past. I think you're a poison to the locker room, but I'm listening to you now, and I can relate to everything you're saying. I had my dreams taken away from me as well. I was fired from this place, and when I was listening to you talk about your buddy Chad, I could relate to that as well. I don't know what I believe in. I've went through some changes recently myself. I've never been much of a spiritual person, but I want you to know this. I prayed for this, and it happened. The context being, in the Royal Rumble match, Drew McIntyre hit CM Punk, boom, Future Shock DDT, and it had tore CM Punk's tricep. So for Drew McIntyre to get and say he prayed for this to happen, and that sparked what I believe the feud of the year. It just was an impactful promo on the basis that I feel like for the longest time people like Drew, but people didn't really see Drew to be like the top guy, right? I think in a blessing in the sky, oddly enough, CM Punk getting injured in the Royal Rumble was the best thing to happen to both him and Drew McIntyre, because it gave Drew McIntyre the ammo for the remainder of the year to be destination television. You know what I mean? You wanted to pay attention to Drew's promos. You felt like Drew was being 100% honest of him genuinely wishing the worst for CM Punk. And as you saw through the year, it just continued on. So I think with everything, it all kickstarts with one. And that promo, I just will never forget hearing, I prayed for this and it happened. My pick, Drew McIntyre, 2 days after the Royal Rumble.
Pretty good.
That was my pick too, because I believed everything he said after that shit.
Yes, sir.
I was like, yeah, he really don't like me.
Yes, sir.
That's the first thing I was thinking. I was like, some of this shit seemed a little bit real. Like, I know, we all know, but it seemed like he really didn't like that nigga, bro. And either he a good actor or what, but he really meant that shit. And it went super viral. You know what I mean? It went that promo went. Then he had a T-shirt and shit after that with the tombstone.
Yeah.
So it's like,
CM Punk's WrestleMania joint. Yeah, main event.
18.
The fucking Hall of Famer himself.
Another Hall of Famer.
The GOAT, AT Inferno. That's my name.
That is cool.
I go with you.
So I had one of those heart versus brain moments. My brain is agreeing with both of you. That is Drew. My heart is with the New Day kicking out Big E and turning on Big E. That's why that's where my heart came. So when I went with my heart on this one, because the way that Drew encompassed everything of hate, that hurt my heart seeing how they did my man Big E and the sadness on his face when his brothers turned their back on him and basically said, kick rocks. It's in that moment when Kofi just put his hand up to him. Yo, man, it still hurts me to this day, even though I see Big E living his best life. But that's not the point. But yeah,
exactly proving Kofi and Xavier right.
Because how can I choose anything different if Kofi's own mama don't fuck with him?
Hey, real quick, shout out to Kofi's mom because she's the whistleblower to tell everybody that Kofi won't Jamaican. So
What? That nigga's Jamaican. That nigga's from Africa. Oh, that's my son. Right. The thing that also hurt me about that promo too was that we always heard it was always an opportunity from the last 10 years for them to break up, and they always said they wasn't gonna break up. They were like, no matter what, even if it was kayfabe promos or they was shooting from doing shoot promos, they said they was never gonna break up. So I see what you're saying though, Nolo. I get it.
As a Jamaican kid, that hurt my heart that night. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I feel you. Chaz, who do you got now?
We go with Chaz.
New Day. Yeah, that was pretty tough to watch.
You broke your neck. So what?
That man Kofi was bringing up people don't even work there no more.
Right.
Edge broke his neck.
He came back.
Broke his neck. Like what? Oh, okay.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that probably. First and foremost, agreed with what Nolo said. That Drew and Scott and Matt, that Drew McIntyre shit was it was a supreme domino effect that led to along with that was a good one. Was that 2024?
That was February.
Yeah, it was February. Yeah. I remember it well. I remember it well.
I don't.
That was a good time.
He said, I know.
That was a good time.
But y'all wasn't been lit.
Yeah, man, that shit was the most hurtful promo and the most impactful one for me. Obviously, what they mean to what they represent to us, but I think for me, the night before, maybe like the week before, when they had their little spat. In the backstage, that's what really kind of drove it home because it was like, how do you top that? Yeah, how do you go above and beyond that? And they nailed it. They nailed it again. Like I always said, when you can't tell what's real and what's kayfabe, and they're able to blend the line like that, that's what makes it money. Same with Drew and CM Punk. Although, damn. I really thought he hated that. He might still do. But anyway.
That nigga still.
I think he still hate that motherfucker. But anyway, yeah, that to me was probably the most significant and the most impactful one for the year, just because of what they mean to us. And like you said, Matt, that's a good point. It was so many times where they could have pulled the trigger and they never did. And they just always like, nah, fuck all that, we here. So it had to be significant to the point where it was like, we still here, but it ain't getting us nowhere. Meanwhile, you out living your best life as Big E should. You living your best life while we, floundering. Can't figure this shit out. So that to me was probably the most impactful promo this year.
All good picks, gentlemen. I definitely think that, I have a favorite promo of the year. I'm gonna talk about my favorite, but the ones that were mentioned are definitely the most like noteworthy moments we've probably had on the microphone this year. I want to highlight, something from, the continuing Bloodline saga. There was an episode of Friday Night SmackDown on October 18th, not too long ago. New Bloodline comes out. Solo's talking shit about, what's going on. Jay comes out. Jay shows up at SmackDown. And for me, like in the last couple of years, I think that Jay has definitely improved on the mic. I feel like we got a certain way in which we used to listening to promos, just like it's a way that we are used to listening to like something like music or hip hop. And we used to hearing like how a regular MC or MC that, we would be familiar with how they would, what their process is. And it remind, Jay's process, I don't know what his process is, but when I hear it audibly and when I see it, it reminds me of punching in, like the new phenomenon in rap music they call punching in, where like the YN rappers are like going in the booth and like saying like 2 lines and coming right back out and then saying the next 2 and coming right back out. Jay knows how to give you certain shit in like short form. Like I remember his promo against Gunther when he confronted him, before their intercontinental title situation. Everybody's saying yeet after everything Jay is saying, but I think it's like really effective. So, however, to get to the promo, he confronts the New Bloodline and his little brother, and for me, it was a moment. It was like a touch and go moment. I think it was some Easter eggs in here as well. The first Easter egg for me was he talks about how he left the bloodline. You know what I mean? I left the bloodline to be my own man. You know what I mean? And if y'all don't remember, like everybody, please go back and watch it. Cause I think like, he takes his glasses off, you know what I mean? He throws them to the crowd. And it's like, it's a moment. You dig what I'm saying? And he said, you ain't got to be doing all of this to like be your own man. Like I left the family to be my own man. And I became the Intercontinental Champion, Noose. And like he put it up. And for me, that was tough. That was a bar because it's like, yo, like little brother, like this pop belt. You dig what I'm saying? Like, this is really ours. Like, I done got this. You doing all this and all that for the Udafala, and that's cool. And you kind of doing it the wrong way, which he ended up saying to him, right? But I really thought that was a really like that was amazing for me. Then he says, well, basically, Solo replies to him and said, like, don't call me little brother. Like, I'm your tribal chief. Like, where you think you're getting off at? And from that, Jay replies to him and says, like this just not the way to do this tribal chief shit. Like, you went and got these Tongan niggas. You know what I mean? That's cool. You went and got Jacob. And then he looks at Jacob and says, like, it's a reason why we ain't fuck with him. And the reason is a real life reason that I love how he sold it into this promo, right? With Jacob in his incarceration. You dig what I'm saying? He said, and it's a reason why, like, we don't fuck with them. And if you keep looking at me like that, I'm gonna knock his ass out. Like, and you know what I mean? Some of the, like, it's big pop. You know what I mean? As if like Jey Uso came out again. So once I heard that reaction to him saying that to Jacob, and Jacob is hot as fish grease right now, and I'm gonna get a little bit more into him later on. But yeah, for me, that is my favorite promo of the year. Jey Uso, Friday Night SmackDown, October 18th.
Man, I love that. Don't know how that's capped, but
at all.
Yeah, because that promo was that.
It's not gonna be everybody's promo of the year pick, but I listen. I'm not. Sometimes it's I gotta go. I gotta. No, it was recent. It's very recent. It was very recent. I get it, but like it was a lot in that few minutes for me. So,
I'm laughing at my man.
Yeah, no, that was a fantastic pick. I was just about to say that. Like, I remember when Paul Heyman, I believe Tongaloa had just debuted, and I believe they were in Saudi Arabia, and Tongaloa wasn't there. So Paul's talking to Solo, and he's like, we couldn't get clearance for Tongaloa to be here, right? And then he brought up Tonga. He was like, he essentially was like, kind of the same vein of like Jay bringing up why Jacob wasn't in the bloodline before, like alluding to the fact like for years we've always been like, oh, I would love to see the Gorillas of Destiny in the Usos. I would love to see them in the bloodline. For them to even bring up the fact like a storyline reason, like we never brought them into the bloodline because they were too dangerous. Love that. I love that aspect of the new bloodline. So that's an excellent pick. Yes,
sir.
With that being said, my vote.
Though, why he was incarcerated? Oh, I gotta learn that offline.
No, stick ups, I believe, allegedly.
I'd be terrified.
Yeah,
that gigantic nigga came up to me. Yo, run your pockets. You got it, big dog.
Right.
When Jacob talk, you know, he don't like Jacob sound like one of them not like us niggas. When he start talking, he sound like he banging something, like because they from out there, like homie, and, like he sound like E40 or some shit, like that shit crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, like
he's from the Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My pick though is still the Drew. That's what I'm going with, Drew, for promo of the year. We got to vote.
Drew.
Yeah,
Drew.
Oh, sorry, Drew.
Drew McIntyre. It is. Good job.
Drew McIntyre.
Still frame of the year. So the image burnt into your head. Now keep in mind, I didn't have time to get everybody's image to where we could put it up right here, but I feel like we could all paint a vivid picture, and I feel like we all got the same pick in it too. My pick for still frame of the year is Kofi holding his hand out to Big E as Big E is going for a hug. If you have ever tried to give a friend or somebody a hug and you've been stopped, that is one of the most hurtful things that could possibly be done. And then it's your homie from 10 years after they just got telling you that you ain't shit.
Yeah.
I got nothing else, bro. That was sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that was mine too. Yeah, bro. That shit fucked me up. For real. I was legit mad at them niggas. I'm still mad at him, bro. Kofi outfits don't even hit the same no more.
Yeah.
He said his outfits don't hit the same.
Chaz, why do you always want to shoot somebody?
That shit pissed me off, bro. That shit pissed me off too. Fuck, that shit made me mad as hell.
So, and always got the gun on him.
Yeah, man. He always got the blicky.
Sorry.
Hey, you know what's funny? I got a new Chaz variant.
A word.
Draco the Ruler. If you've never seen, I'm one of the few people to see Chaz without the beard. I've seen Chaz with just a goatee. Look at a picture of Chaz with the goatee and look at Draco the Ruler. That's a Chaz variant.
Same nigga.
He's not wrong. I don't have nothing. You're right.
He just agreed.
I don't have nothing. That's funny.
So my still frame of the year, I went with something that was wild as shit to me. In Swerve and Hangman's Lights Out cage match when he had the needle in his mouth. I still remember watching the match and just being like, "Yo, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why are we doing this? What is the point? Why? This is unnecessary." But yeah, that's my still frame of the year.
That was some gruesome ass shit, bro. I ain't like that shit at all.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I didn't. It was weird. It was like, damn, I never
I'm
seen
with
this
you
shit
100%.
But this shit is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. It's got the Big E, Kofi, Xavier Woods, hand pause.
And I know that's gonna be the one ultimately, the New Day. But for me, like the still frame, I mean, I guess it's both a still frame and like somewhat like a GIF. Again, here I go with these caveats. But the image, Chad. His name. It's funny. He named Chad. That's funny as shit.
Yeah,
that's a good job.
Yeah, I was always thinking that shit too.
But
that's my favorite one, by the way. I'm gonna go with that. Long live pimp. You know what I'm talking about?
No, that's the one.
Long live pimp.
But long story short, the image of Punk's reaction to Damian about the cash in at 40, it was just funny. It was just like, I don't know. It was just something like wildly comedic about that image to me. So that's my particular still frame of the year. It happened at Mania. It happened during the cash in. So and he just got finished like beating his ass. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it was up. It was up. That's the one. Because he was like, anybody want any more? Like, that's what it kind of reminded me of. I'm like, no, he about to cash in, homeboy. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't just help him out. But yeah,
who
Punk
else
is
want to
really
fuck with
ass nigga,
Hollywood
man.
Cole? I feel you.
Right. Yeah, real rap. Yeah, real
Who
shit.
else?
Real shit.
I feel you. I
Like-
got you.
Like he blew his kiss. Yeah, I mean the kiss he do like the joint he did at Money in the Bank. He blew the kiss, then he turned around. That shit was just hilarious, man. Phil was a walking joke. He's a funny guy, man. Not like that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. We didn't need to bring up that hurtful last night at all.
I thought it was
I'm
great.
sorry, my brother. I'm sorry.
No,
You know what I
you
mean?
didn't need to bring up that moment, though. That
Yes,
was
we
a
did.
Moments before,
That was
my
great.
heart was warm. You know what I mean? He handed the title
See
to
that?
Wifey.
Bro,
I was in section 121. I'm like, this is, but yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. Yeah.
I would have been running around that joint if I had the Scotland flag on me. That was a moment for Scotland right there, and then it all went downhill, man. It all went
That was
downhill.
great. I
Shut
had
up.
a great time.
Shut up.
It was amazing.
Nobody give a damn what. Nobody give a damn what kind of night you had. No.
I had a front row seat to your sadness, nigga.
You know what? We all agree. We all agree. New day.
Yeah.
New day.
I'm here
New day.
for it. Yeah.
I'm skipping ahead. Hater of the year. Hater of the fucking year.
I'll be right back, fellas. Be right back.
No problem, bro. No problem. We'll
I'll be back before that, but I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Kind of walked into that one.
Let me tell you about my hater of the year
Oh man, let's go.
of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched a lot of wrestling this year. You know what I mean? AEW, WWE, TNA, MLW, New Japan, All Japan, Dragon Gate, CMLL, AAA, Ashe, NWA. And I have seen countless wrestlers come across my television screen and my laptop and my phone device. And none of them depict the hating ass energy that Nolo Green has provided in 2024 on this podcast. We have done a slew of episodes this year. And when I tell you this hating ass nigga has done nothing but provide nothing but negativity, you want to talk about gaslighting, I'll tell you about gaslighting. Nolo Green always tells you what it is. And it's
hater, bro.
you see how he's shaking his head? You see how he's shaking his head like a villain, like a true evil villain. This nigga is Pinky from Pinky and the Brain type shit. He's both of them. You feel me? I'm sick of your shit, sir. I'm absolutely tired of it. You are the villain. You are the Joker to my Batman.
Oh man, goodness gracious. We could do this dance forever. It's cool, brother. All right. So my hater of the year.
You don't get a pick.
What?
DMac. Your hater of the year.
I hate you, Nolo.
Chaz. Your hater of the year.
It's Drew Mack, but as we collectively go as a group, Nolo.
Thank you. Brother Lorenzo.
Oh my God, man.
You.
And we played the Cowboys today too. I don't want to give my boy too much, man.
Y'all beat the shit out of the Cowboys. Y'all ain't
my pick was this iteration of John Moxley, Death Rider John Moxley. That's a hating ass white man right there.
Yeah.
I love you, Nolo, but you know the consensus, brother. The consensus is already laid. I'm kind of outside of the consensus. I just got to go along and get along. I love you, my brother. I love you, Nolo. I love you, man.
I love you too, man. I love you too, brothers. All right, so man, so I'll accept this award. Fuck it. I don't care. Whatever. I got picked for it. That is cool. And on this day, boy, Solo Nolo Green. Damn,
I can
Nolo
hear him typing it.
I heard him typing. I heard him typing. He couldn't wait to put that. He hit that shit with all
everybody else did.
But that's okay. You know what? That's fine. I will accept this award because this is for the betterment of our team. If this is what brings us together to hate me and to make me the hater of the year, I will take that. I will put that on my back. I will carry the cross for BGW. For this, all of us. If hated me brings us closer together, I will take it. Hate of the year.
Giving a speech, I gotta applaud.
Nolo Green. Gotcha.
You know,
nigga.
Can I just point out this selfish ass energy? This nigga makes this shit all about himself, like a hater would. That's fucking crazy. That's insane, man. That's insane. Let's put this back up one more time.
Thank you, thank you, Kristen. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I felt every stroke on that keyboard.
They were some strong taps too, Bubba.
Yeah.
They was some like,
oh man,
I'm about to send this email to the around the office type taps.
That's like when Dwight was interviewing Cornell. And fucking Andy was typing. Yo.
Hey, bro.
Oh man.
Hey, you know the great is I got picked by all my brothers. That's good, man. We here. I love it. And I love every single one of you. Lorenzo, I love you. DMac, I love you. Chaz, you brute right now, but I love you too. Scotland, I do love you.
Tread carefully, nigga.
Through all of the hate, through all of the hate that I receive, I will take it all in and bring out love. That's where this will come. Hey man, it's all good. Felt like Nick Cannon. Hey man, where's betrayal of the year? That would be me. That'd be every time Scotland speaks to me, but it's okay.
Up next is who is going to have the banner year of 2025. My pick is Tiger Style, Lee Moriarty.
That's a good pick.
That's a great pick.
And I went back and forth because there was a couple of people where I was like, yo, I can see big things for 2025. But the performance Lee Moriarty just had a couple weeks ago against his idol, his mentor, Nigel McGuinness, it was beautiful technical science. You know what I mean? Like, Lee has always been, in my eyes, I always chalked it up to the big three, in my opinion, was Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, Lee Moriarty. And for those that don't know the incredible indie run all three of those men had at the same time, the classics, Enjoy Wrestling, Beyond Wrestling, Defy, just incredible vibes all around. And Daniel Garcia finally came on his own this year. Wheeler Yuta, he's doing his thing with the Death Riders. Lee Moriarty with Shane Taylor Promotions has been stellar work. Lee, as the pure champion, has been stellar work. Lee does not miss when he's in that ring. But there was a moment in the post media scrum where I was like, AEW has a legit top babyface on their hands. As Lee was talking, I was like, I don't want to boo this dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to boo him anyway, but like, there's nothing heelish about him. I can see kids in the audience rocking the tiger mask, puffer jackets, and that being money across the board. Lee going out in Hammerstein Ballroom, walking to the crowd, the ring, and the dudes have the Tiger Style banner, and they just chanting Lee, 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 Lee. Everything about that kid is going to be incredible. He is actually my pick going into 2025 that's going to have that type of year where Kyle Fletcher had. All Lee needs is just opportunity after opportunity, and you're going to see incredible things for him. That's my pick for up next of 2025.
My up next is, it's no surprise if you know me. It is for my Japanese son, Takeshita. And everyone may be like, what do you mean? He very much had up next year already. No, this is only the beginning, brothers and sisters and everybody else in between. That is only the beginning. He has gone from different continents and whooped ass. He will now stay in America, where he will continue to rise. He is the international champion right now. I see the AEW championship in his future, because when it is time and it is go from bell to bell, Takeshita is one of the best out here, man. You can't there's not a match that you can say that he has had that you did not enjoy. There is not a match that you have watched with him that you could be like, man, he is faltering. Like, you don't see it. He has it. He has been the one. He has been the future for a very long time now, and I cannot wait until he is the present.
See that? My up next was Jada Parker. Again,
I see a theme. I see it.
Like I said before, man, she got the cachet right now, and just in her short period of time of being, in the spotlight, she made a major impact, and I think it's going to carry over into, 2025. I see a quick call up, especially with the expansion of, WWE going to Netflix. I think she's going to go to SmackDown to hold that banner up, but to help hold that banner up. But I got Jada Parker.
For my next up, I selected a name that's definitely familiar to you all. And it was, we had a little laugh earlier. AJ Francis is my up next pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I'm not mad at that one at all.
If any information, yeah, shout out to Jada too, man. I think that that's an excellent pick as well. That might be the pick. But I think in terms of AJ, again, we mentioned Swerve earlier, and all of that. Hit Row was a particular type of situation. I'm glad that Bree got a good situation back with the Street Profits. Shout out to her. But AJ Francis, I think, is he's like, when I think of him, I don't think about the top dollar stuff that much. I do somewhat. Like, some of that stuff is kind of some of it was kind of funny, but I think he kind of had a certain restart, right? And we kind of seeing what's going on with TNA. And it really wasn't necessarily a match or anything that kind of convinced me. Just hearing the shit he was talking in that freestyle he dropped not too long ago. I think it was over a Kendrick beat. It was I took it as a promo, and it was very convincing. And so I think that the checks is definitely probably good, but I think he can. I don't know. I think that if he get a solo run in NXT, I don't know, but that's my pick.
I went with. I want to make sure I get this name right. The last part. EJ Udoka. I didn't know who this person was. This, what I mean? Big black motherfucker that was with Swerve that time. They were all on stage. I had no idea who he was, but I just, I'm gonna support us. So our first time seeing, I was like, yo, who is this? Who is this guy? Intimidating. He got the look. And then, respectfully, people let me know on Twitter. And I've been a fan ever since I started making sure I watch his matches, follow him. He has all the tools for a big man that you want. He's fast, he's flexible. When it's time to be a big man, he does it. And it's still like I said, I just found out about him. He's been doing this thing for a little bit. I'm glad he's with Lee Johnson. I said that right, Scott?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is with Lee Johnson. That tag team. They had a really good match with Gates of Agony a couple weeks back at Final Battle. He has a confidence about himself. Again, it reminds me of Oba, not comparing, but just the early, I've been here before. So now it's about just kind of refining the tools. My biggest fear is, well, not even that, because Tiger Style definitely made his bones in ROH. And so I'm not even going to say that. I just hope that we don't miss the mark on capitalize on what he has to bring to the table, because he has all the tools physically. So, but we still need to figure out, what can he do in the mic? What can he do? Ring psychology, X, Y, and Z. But the tools are there. The potential is there. So I'm expecting a huge leap come 2025.
So my final pick, after hearing everybody, I'm gonna go with Jada. I'm gonna go with Jada Parker.
I will also go with Jada Parker.
Same. That is a real executive decision, my friend. That's why you are.
My love did bring up a good point. Queen Aminata for 2025.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's big money right there. That's big money. You feel me? Next up is sneaker game of the year. Now, I will say, I am stepping away because this is not my lane. That I don't deal with sneakers or anything.
I agree.
Don't pay attention to it. So, you know what I mean? Like, you gentlemen, talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be back.
Oh, man. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll take control of hosting duties. Hey, Lorenzo.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, brother. Go with your pick.
So I got a one, then I got an honorable mention. I got another honorable mention for another category too. We're gonna say that. So number one, sneaker game of the year, Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 40, Fear of God white high tops, designed by Jerry Lorenzo, really good quality Nike sneaker. I definitely want to shout out like the whole like Judgment Day like sneaker thing. I'm giving this to Finn. I like what Dom does with the Travises. I like his variations of Travises, what he get into. And Rhea, right? Rhea, when she was still with the day, was doing her thing with the dunks. You know what I mean? I think she did, would do the Van skate highs or lows, the high platforms, that is. But Finn is very specific. Finn had the pair he wore at War Games. The white pair with the X, the ones. Yeah. And they were designed by a gentleman, Mache 365. 275, excuse me, on Instagram. Definitely familiar, Mac. And yeah, man, he just been bombing all year with the Judgment Day drops. So I definitely want to give him an honorable mention. But Seth Rollins, Fear of God is my favorite brand, and that's like Jay Lorenzo is my favorite designer of men's footwear. So I got to give it to Seth. WrestleMania 40 against Drew McIntyre.
Most definitely. That would be my honorable mention too, Seth. Like Seth been bringing it, even with the dang, I can't forget. I'm forgetting the name of the brand, but remember the Croc boots?
Yes.
Everybody was wearing. Like I'm not a fan. Like I wouldn't do it, but he was bringing a lot of that. Dang man, somebody try to help. If y'all can remember that in the comments, please bring it up. But is that brand that kind of do that off the wall type of mischief? Them.
Yeah.
He was, and with you can always wear a shoe. It's always with the outfit that you put on with it too. And he already off the wall already. But my pick was it was kind of a standard pick, but it was more so not because of the actual shoe that he was wearing, but the impact that he did in wrestling is that I'm gonna say Roman Reigns.
Oh,
the reason why I say Roman Reigns because he actually got a Jordan shoe deal, something that I believe Kofi should have got because of the Air Kofi, a lot of the stuff that he was doing. Like Kofi, he was very innovative by switching up his shoes with the outfit, even putting Kyrie's with his ring gear and stuff like that. But the impact that the trend setting that Roman is doing, actually getting a Jordan shoe deal, signing with Jumpman, having my office partners asking me about, hey, you hear about these Bloodline 12s that's about to come out? I'm like, yo, how you like? So that's why I'm gonna give Roman that nod. But as far as actually shoot sneaker game, I would say Finn for sure, but Finn and Kofi. But my actual pick would be the impact that Roman is doing with having to deal with Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Good money.
Absolutely. Oh, go ahead, Chaz.
Fire picks, phenomenal picks. Honorable mention, definitely Finn. Honorable mention, definitely the Roman Reigns. Like that, I don't know if that's happened before. Y'all are very more knowledgeable than myself, but I can't remember where a wrestler, Roman's caliber at that, got a sneaker deal. That's, you don't just say shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that's not a casual phrase. Like that doesn't happen in this game. That's for athletes. Say that back because we are athletes. That's for like other sports. You know what I'm saying? Not what people think is not a sport or not as athletic when we know damn well it is. And it just speaks to the impact of who Roman is and how he's still like as ahead of all of us. Let me tell you something, man. The motherfucker that always jumped on my screen, and I'm probably biased because it's my favorite show, but Andre motherfucking Chase. Man, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm glad Eric said something. Yeah.
He don't miss, Bubba. It does not matter what the paper was. He was coming with some heat, and it was the same color wave, but he had different shoes every single time. I was like, this nigga Andre Chase got nines on? The fuck? What is this man?
Hey.
And
Nigga had vapes on.
Yeah.
Babe?
Nigga had vapes. Nigga had vapes.
Andre Chase? Like, and then to come again, happy surprise, because he's been doing this. I wasn't familiar with your game. My bad. I apologize. I'm sorry. Yeah, Andre Chase, for me, every time he was on NXT, every time he was on the PLE, he brought it out and wore them and wasn't an ass, wasn't a bum. You know how some niggas got Jordans can't shoot shit. No, Andre Chase is a real shooter.
That is a certified hooper every single time. Every single time.
Yeah, so that's my guy. That's my pick.
I can't agree with the Reebok. I mean, I fuck with the pump. I fuck with it. I love the Reebok pump. Don't get me wrong. It was what they said. That's why I don't fuck with the Young Bucks. They were saying that they innovated sneakers and wrestling, like wrestlers wearing sneakers, like Heat and stuff. And don't get me wrong, they came out like it was one time they had like some Dior ones in the PLE and stuff like that. But once they said, they just undermined it like every other wrestler. Like, come on, like, let's be honest. Hall of Fame sneaker wrestler gotta be Shane McMahon. Yeah. To be honest with you, he had on the True Blue 3s. He had on the white and black Bo Jackson. Yeah. He had on the cement 3s. He had on a lot of heat. So don't say that y'all innovated. Like y'all supposed to know. Y'all in the know when it comes to sneakers and shit. Here
comes the money.
So don't say that y'all innovated. The money when it comes to sneakers, goddamn. Money. There's a whole McMahon out there that's not really, and we don't be look at him as a McMahon. That nigga's a Shane.
He's Shane O'Mac, nigga. The fuck you talking about? The baseball jersey on. He don't even got no number. It's $2 signs. That's his jersey.
Projects and new ideas. See them fly over, and I'm looking at the move, but I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
he got on the fucking 3s out there. Like, who? Shit, Bret Hart had, like, it wasn't in his ring gear, but he's coming with the fucking 8s on and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Walking in his the street gear, doing his promos and shit. Don't say y'all innovated that shit. You know what I mean? But
yeah, Bret Hart was like Seinfeld. If you don't look, that shit might get past you. Yeah, I mean, like Seinfeld. You don't speak. Yeah.
Oh,
you think it's some Air Monarchs? You know what I mean? Shout out to Martine Rose because she did, design a pair of them. That black woman, she's a great designer. But yeah, Bret was on that Seinfeld shit. You missed him. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
My bad to step over what you said, Chaz, but I seen the comment and Marshall Mike. That's I get it. Like Young Bucks, you know what I'm saying? They did a lot of stuff with the ring gear matching with the sneakers and stuff like that, having the thumbtacks under the ones. Fire. But the only reason why I didn't mention them is probably because of the bias that Curvin said I have, because it is biased. I can't say them niggas because what they said. But I respect their shoe game though, most definitely.
So who we got as the winner, gentlemen?
I'm going with Andre Chase.
Yeah. The bathing apes, I think, like, yeah. Like, Finn is at work, but yeah.
All right.
What he had that joint at? He had a joint Halloween Havoc. I think he did.
Yeah, Halloween Havoc. He had some on at No Mercy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was Halloween Havoc.
Despicable. Yeah, that was I'm glad Erica said something, man.
One more thing, because you know how I'm passionate about sneakers, right? I just want to show y'all I just want to say like the importance of the Jordan shoe deal that Roman got. All the combat sports athletes that were under Nike. You got Pacquiao, you got Tim Bradley, but then let's think about the big athletes. You got Roy Jones Jr., that the first Jordan athlete. You got son of God, Andre Ward, that was a Jordan athlete. Recent times, you got Triple G, and it wasn't nobody else.
Yeah.
It wasn't nobody. Mayweather had a small stint with Jordan, like I think one fight.
That was Pretty Boy era, right?
Pretty Boy,
yeah,
with the headband and everything with Jordan. But Roman Reigns bringing out, it pretty much was the same boot of the Roy Jones, but kind of I can't think of the word. It was kind of modified to a wrestling boot, but it was like the same boot of the Roy Jones era. But Jordan didn't quite get a lot of combat athletes throughout the years, you know, that he signed athletes. So the fact that Roman Reigns is the first wrestler that actually got a deal and a boot designed for him and a shoe that's going to be mass produced to sell out to the world. Roy Jones didn't even get that. Roy Jones had a boot that sat at Foot Locker shelves for a while. I was begging my mama to get them for me. I was like, Mom, I could wear them in the ring. She's like, no, baby, them shits cost $200, which was on call up back in them days. Jordan was like $120. You know what I'm saying? Only shoe that you get over that was the pennies that was like, you used to call them Bug 80s, the phone posits. You know? Yep. So you think about that, but any pick is pretty much good because the rest of the niggas getting that is wearing that flavor right now.
Yeah.
He said the kangaroos.
The kangaroos was fire though.
Yeah, for the time. Absolutely.
With kangaroos?
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo! And I think the NWO had a soldiery. Don't get me mistaken, bro. I think they had a Soldier Reebok too. I don't know. I don't quite remember.
Yeah, wait.
Something like that. Unless we said it was a NWO soldiery in the hood.
That was some nasty work. I remember that. The Birdman joint, that was nasty.
That I remember.
Hey, WWE had a whole pay-per-view sponsored by Lug.
Yeah. It was like Armageddon 2000 or some shit.
Yeah.
It's funny because Lugs has a page on the Pro Wrestling Wiki fandom page, and it talks about the event, the pay-per-views they sponsored.
I'm telling you, monumental shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Armageddon 2002 and Vengeance 2001, presented by Lugs.
Oh, it's not, yeah.
Thank you for that, sis. That was a good one.
That was a good nugget. That was a real good nugget. Ew.
Nick is a clean guy. Never seen anything in life. Nick is a good dude.
All of the sponsors in WWF history. This is awesome. Oh man, we're gonna have to get into that later.
Fit of the year. So the drippiest, the waviest, you know what I mean? Pretty much that person had that shit on, right? My pick isn't directly a one-time situation. My pick for fit of the year is anything that Jakar Jackson and Last Legend had on, because every week those two beautiful black queens pop up and show the fuck out with every outfit, color matching, you know what I mean? Hair matching, nails matching, everything they do is just of an incredible ambiance. I got nothing left to say on that. That's my fit of the year. Whatever Jakar Jackson and Last Legend are wearing.
Hey, I'm gonna pull a Nolo move, and no, I'm joking. I'm a I stay with my pick. Be fair. I went with Seth Drippy Wallace. You know, I
feel like I heard somebody hating for a second.
I was and I did, but I
no, Chaz, you don't have to explain yourself, man. You good?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine because he hurt me. So he gonna get all these bullets. Mm-hmm. Every last bullet he gonna get. But yeah, I went with Seth Drippy Wallace.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with Seth too. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with Seth WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing, like the outfit, the pageantry. I know they're probably not supposed to be a part of it, but like he had that shit on then, and then also like our group chat. This was pre-low, you know what I'm saying, in the BGW group chat. But when we were trying to figure out, are those the high top Space Jams, low top with the jean joint? You know what I'm saying? Like we were trying to figure that out. We were trying to like, damn, he got this shit on. We figured out it was the lows, and we was kind of like, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? He still, you know, he pulled the lows. He still had like the Space Jams and everything like that. And just we mentioned them already in the sneaker debate. So I'm gonna say Seth, man, because like not only that he wear sneakers like and the low top Space Jams is supposed to be like a if you really into sneakers, it's not supposed to be like something that you really put a fit on. It's supposed to be like more like, hey, somebody hurry up and told you to go out. And you maybe, you know, you can't really figure out what you want to wear. You slip them on, go to the grocery store in case, you know, you're single and you're trying to impress something like that. You know, and, you know, you just hurry up and try. It's one of them hurry up type sneakers. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the way that he finessed, he ended up finessing those Space Jams and then having it all over like Bleacher Report, BR Kicks, Nice Kicks, Complex, all of those sites. I'm gonna give it the Seth.
I want to mention something because I want to bring up something. Yeah, you make a good point. I don't mean to cut anybody off. Mm-hmm. I didn't even think about it like that. As far as, man, God damn it, the Shield is gonna always run this shit, bro. Because if you think about it, Steph's drip and impact is just as big, if not bigger, as far as with that Roman deal with the Jordans. Like, we can't get away from these niggas, and I ain't got a problem with it because I love the Shield to the day I die.
Right, but who brought the Shield? Who brought the Shield in?
Ryback.
False. But the reason why I'm using it as a caveat to CM Punk is, you know how they're saying the whole storyline between both brands is around Roman. Think about the whole wrestling impact right now with CM Punk. Hell, we ain't mentioned CM Punk in the sneaker game shit because he can't. But he do his regular Chicago street white man outfits, but wear some fire ass ones with it too. You know what I'm saying? But they both got a strong grip on the wrestling game right now, as far as like impact and like they almost like how we used to see rapping trees, like who came under the Jay-Z rapping tree, who came under the Lil Wayne rapping tree, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. They wrestling tree, we gonna see this and it'd be like, bro, this is monumental. It's, you know, like CM Punk's is kind of spreading off now, and you can see Roman off of that branch too, but I don't want to jump too far ahead. It might be another conversation for, you know, a 2025 pod, but you know, you brought it up, Chaz. So
I think next year, I want to stay on track. I just want to, because you brought us some dope. I would love to have like influencer of the year and maybe like influencer Hall of Fame. Because every time I look at AEW, my heart smiles just seeing like AJ style moves or AJ style influence always just finds its way. This nigga will hit the Styles class with a dub.
I was just about to say that shit.
You know what I mean? With a fucking dub. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He had a forearm in the. I forget when it was, but he put a forearm in
the Okada. It was in the Okada.
Okada match. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Never forget. AJ Styles birthed these niggas out here.
Yeah.
A lot of these niggas.
Yeah, AJ birthed a lot of these. AJ and Kenny.
So he don't get his just due too much, but you see the face tats, you see the dreads of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, real quick question. My bad. Did AJ birth Kenny?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just making sure.
Yes.
Just making sure.
That's a good. I'm about to put that in the notes for next week.
Yeah.
That's like damn good.
That's how we cooking, goddammit.
Did AJ birth Kenny?
No, Bati is heating up.
Did everybody give their pick for fit of the year?
Oh, mine's definitely Seth too.
Seth, okay.
WrestleMania 40.
I was just gonna say,
whole joint.
Our air there stunting on everybody, looking like $1 million every time he came, bitch. Hey, it's definitely talk about like he had way more chances to get his fit offs and he never missed either.
I'm sorry, Nolo. Who did you say?
Yeah, we in here.
The Rock.
You kind of in and out.
The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Versace Rock, yeah.
Final boss was crazy.
Versace Rock, absolutely.
He fucked it up WrestleMania though, looking like 1970. He looked like he's pop.
He went too hard
with that vest and pants and shit. Like,
and then he had the elbow pads on. Yeah, it was crazy. It was not looking good.
I was like, hey, Rock.
He was feeling himself.
Hey man, you gotta remember. Hey, you know how your uncles try to get some shit off sometimes. That's how it is.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
You're right though.
He felt like it was 98 again. He said, I got it. Like, fuck out of here.
Me and my old lady was trying to look for that Versace shirt because I was about to go to Las Vegas for my birthday. And I was like, ooh, I need that shirt. Even if it was a cap. Fuck that, I was gonna go to DH Gate on their ass. But I need that shirt.
That's some real shit. Yeah.
I knew that bitch was about to be $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Next.
He did. I won't knock that. He did.
Word?
From time to time.
I mean, shit. We talking about like that gear he had at All In. That shit he had with everybody's head on the bitch. That was fire.
Yeah. So Seth has fit of the year for everybody. Yes. Seth, okay. Yes. Before we continue on with the remainder of the categories, I feel like this is a great time to make a pivot to the BGW inaugural class of the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Just real quick to show acknowledgement. The BGW Hall of Fame, we went into these selections not thinking wrestlers, but people that have impacted BGW in so many ways. And we're talking about from the very beginning when we had 0 drip, where niggas was getting 3 likes on a pod. You know what I mean? 12 listens, man. You know what I mean? Like, we had to fight for those 12. We had to fight for those 12. But yeah, the people that we have selected for the inaugural class of BGW have stood with us from the beginning of time. You know what I mean? Even to our newer brethren of Chaz, Lorenzo, you know what I mean? They've intertwined into that exact same family. So the inductees of the 2024 inaugural class of BGW, number 1, our sister, Erica Starr. You know what I mean?
Very good.
Absolutely incredible individual, incredible sister. 2-time guest, co-host on BGW. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. She's coming on for a 3rd time in 2025. We're making that happen in Q1. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Then you have AT Inferno. AT Inferno, the greatest quote to ever come out of the early stages of BGW was D-Mac saying, "Yo, shout out to the nigga 18 Inferno."
Bro, he was showing good love, like all the time, bro. Like from day one, you heard me?
Yeah.
Like, and
Oh.
you know, and that's coming from me. Y'all know how my Twitter game is.
Terrible.
Worse than my put up.
Non-existent.
Yeah.
This shit, nope. Straight in you.
Yo, dog. Hey, man.
Just a quick sidebar. It was funny because the other day I was reading somebody's tweet. I think it was, I can't remember which one it was, but it was a boxer's, like, I think it was like their top 10. And I look in the comments, and the first comment I see is D-Mac, and I was like, "What's this nigga doing here?" But yeah,
this nigga D-Mac in Twitter is Ben Simmons.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do better. That's one of my resolutions, man.
Hey, listen, it's fine if you don't. We have accepted it.
Yeah,
no,
we gonna support you all the time. We gonna make sure you know all the time.
Nah. The reason why I kind of pulled back from Twitter is because they know my conversations. They know how I am. If I say some shit on Twitter, the one time I was active on Twitter, I almost had to fight a nigga. I was Virginia.
The cover scenario. Yeah.
Oh, that. Oh,
yeah.
We'll
take that story.
We'll talk
offline.
about that later, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that offline.
Yeah, I can't, because you so fucking cool. I can't see it.
He like
me.
Yeah.
He trying to make sense of the shit.
That's why I wanted to hook with him, bro, because he was on some shit. Like, bro, you know who I am, bro? I'm chilling, bro. Like, okay, fuck it. Where you at? It went straight to the DMs after that. It wasn't no, I ain't going for no show. Like, where the fuck is you? Where you at? Like, because he was inviting. We'll
get back to it. We'll get back to it.
A good time, man. Shout out to the Ninja Slushy Machine. My baby just made me right quick.
So
it looked good too earlier and shit.
So we got Erica, we got 18 Inferno, then we got the man Victor Bass.
Oh yeah,
another one that constantly retweet, constantly like, you know what I mean? A very important part because he helped push us to different channels that we didn't even know existed and got us more views and more eyes. Oh man.
Yeah, I need this story ASAP. I need this ASAP.
Don't worry. That's a separate story. That's a separate story. But
I want all the bits. I want every last story you can give me. I want it all.
Hey, look. We giving people flowers right now, man.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get to the nonsense.
It's all good. It's all good.
Man. Taylor, the original logos of BGW, Taylor put together, and they put them together flawlessly. I'm talking the NWO BG logo, that's Taylor. The Starcade, that's Taylor. Niggas Strong Style, that was Taylor. There's an unseen NWA one that they did for us. Incredible. The old Saturday night, the 1992 neon joint. Taylor did that joint. Taylor's no longer active on Twitter. They're more active on Blue Sky and Instagram. But when I tell you one of the most beautiful humans I've ever had the pleasure of speaking to, just great person, somebody I care about very dearly. They created the essence of BGW. We wouldn't have an identity without them.
And what about the people that made like the video game joints of our faces?
I have no idea who did that.
I don't know who did that.
But shout out to them because I still use that as my doggone Instagram shit.
That is my Instagram shit too.
That's it hard. Whoever did that.
That shit was fire. Oh
Yeah,
man, shout out to you, Taylor.
Yeah, and Taylor, man, like Taylor just my bad, y'all. Taylor's an amazing person. You know what I mean? Like just even like before my days being official, just being like, you know, in the family, but just like just talking and exchanging ideas, like Taylor, just good fucking people.
Good people.
Love it.
Low. You was always official. He's always official in my book. You can ask Nolo. I mean Scott and Nolo. Hell, I was like, hey, yo, that nigga Low, smart ass nigga. We need that.
Love you, brother. Love you, man.
Heartbreak Julio. Julio. There would be legit no BGW if it wasn't for Heartbreak Julio. I think that I've had an opportunity to actually tell him that it was his original podcast that he was doing before the Almanac show that molded how I wanted BGW to sound and be. And it was just dope to just hear authentic, raw conversations. Heartbreak Julio, in my opinion, the greatest to ever do it in this space. I love them brothers dearly. Shout out to Dre and them over there. But yeah, Heartbreak Julio. And then the greatest heel next to Nolo Green, the former BGW Predictions champion, Zach Underwood. Certified goon, man. Certified goon.
Shout out to Zach.
For those that don't know, Zach Underwood is my dog. And he is one of the rudest individuals I've ever had in contact with. I told him that he was inducted into the BGW Hall of Fame, and he proceeded to puff his nose at me and then walk out the room. So that lets you know what he thinks about this award program. But he's a Hall of Famer nonetheless. But to those people, we genuinely love every single one of you. Thank you for what you've done to help BGW out. And can't even think of a better inaugural class, if I might say so myself.
Absolutely. What a class.
Can I add something here?
Yep.
To Heartbreak Julio, he definitely was one of the first, along with Low. So I'm glad you're here now. Those two, and A.O. Baker as well. Those three individuals who are clearly well known in this space, and like embrace me like I was a day one. And that's something I don't take it for granted. That's not something I just look at sideways, because again, I had reservations about joining this podcast. Because I didn't have a lot of knowledge. I was a fan, but just didn't have the knowledge yet. But y'all made me feel like I was a brother like no other. And to this day, Heartbreak Julio, the video I did from him is still my favorite. Because it was for a friend of a friend. Like any person who Scott loves, I love. You know what I mean? And then just to know all the other elements that came along with it. And that was kind of like the first video that showed me like, all right, I'm really good at this shit. And it was because I did it for the love of the game, for brothers that I love. So I just wanted to add that little nugget.
Without question. Without question.
You already know, Chaz.
I'm gonna send a little love out to Reasonable Wrestling too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Chitty, what's up, boys?
Yeah,
Chris Chitty.
I'm fucking the boys, man.
Yeah.
Boys tough, man.
So we got, I believe, 10 more awards, and I want to see if we can get this rocking in under 30 to 45 minutes.
I believe in us.
I know we can do it. I know we can do it.
Yeah.
I believe in us. This is so much better when I don't have to go to work the next day. This is awesome.
Oh, you don't have to work tomorrow? Okay, yeah. We go. Oh, yeah.
I don't have to go to work.
Vacation, man.
I'm gonna be hurt. I'm gonna sleep all day. I'm gonna be in the office like no uniform, nigga. They were like, what the fuck was wrong with you? Don't worry about it. Watch the pot.
It's the end of the year, right?
Watch the pod, nigga.
I'll tell y'all later. I'll be like, man.
getting off the television award. The person that you immediately you gonna grab your remote, you turn in the channel. My pick, OTM. I do not care about them niggas at all. If they did not have Jada Parker associated with them, they'd be nothing in my eyes. So them niggas can go. The fact that they are about to go against the best tag team in the world absolutely makes me sick because it forces me to actually have to watch it. So OTM, you out.
Mm-hmm. Feel that.
I'm gonna say Athena. Don't like
Yo!
Oh shit!
Come on, man. Come on,
Shit.
Come on, Mac. Come on.
Dog, come on, bro. What's
Come
wrong
on,
with you?
man.
What is this?
Come on, he said, "Come on, bro."
I gotta be
Come on.
consistent, bro. Y'all be you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need.
Yo, we kick somebody off the stream. How we kick somebody off the stream?
Hey, nigga, this is my award show.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh man,
That's the very true point.
He said, I should. It's fine. Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's just because you love her so much, bro. That's the only reason, bro. She's fired as a wrestler. Is it that you were just caping for her so much? And it was when people didn't see that you was a heel. I seen it. I seen the vision. I was just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that part.
That's a perfect right too.
Hi guys.
I went with Hank and Tank, aka generic Public Enemy. Yeah, like dog. Every time they come on my TV, click. I don't give a damn. Not a single one. They don't do nothing for me.
Man, if you don't get these GTA San Andreas extras niggas off my motherfucking television, fuck the OTM. I'm sick of looking at them. I hate the fact that Jada is with them. I have no use for them. They make me sick.
Oh man,
and that's it.
That's it.
This nigga
fucking Miami Vice.
That's crazy.
Miami Vice crack selling looking niggas. Get the fuck out of here, man.
All right, bet. So for my get off my TV award, I didn't care about it when they first got together because I knew where it was going. I knew we're just here to fill time, and I'm glad that I think we got it wrapped up as of yesterday. MJF and Cole.
Oh yeah.
Please give me a break. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I'm glad it's looking like it's in the casket. So there we go.
Yeah, I feel on that.
I didn't care. I was tired of that shit.
It's like somebody said, like the fact that Adam Cole is like cold, like so cold that like nobody cares is a sad state of affairs. That nigga used to be the guy.
Hot as fish.
He was supposed to be him.
So
did he drop it or the promotional companies drop it?
No, I really just think it was just the injury.
Injury, yeah.
Can't really figure out if he wants to be tan or if he wants to be pale.
I'm gonna let you speak on that, brother.
Hey.
This is the season where the paleness does kick in, so I can't even say nothing.
No, got your winter coat on.
I don't think I can touch that. Be like Antonio Brown in this bitch.
I'm gonna go with Cole and MJF as my final vote.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some terrible television. Like OTM, I can at least tolerate because they got Jada Parker. I can't tolerate nothing from Adam Cole and MJF.
I agree.
She the best. Real talk.
Never forget.
Chaz funny as shit.
Never forget.
Damn.
Niggas got on Coco Beware's internet.
Yeah.
It was gassing up Will Ospreay and MJF 1 hour match. like that was something to be proud of. I don't see that on anybody's 2024 match of the year list.
Nah, but the show,
and I thought it was good, and I liked it. It's not getting my top 10 though.
I think I'm saying damn because of like the dissension of Adam Cole.
It hurts.
That's why I'm more saying like damn. Because like, I wasn't around for those NXT days, but I was able to catch highlights and like he was like the guy.
You know what, Chaz? Your homework assignment is to go to Ring of Honor Adam Cole.
Oh, I already know. I already know it's phenomenal. I already know it's phenomenal.
Like that Bullet Club.
Yeah. Yeah, him versus Kyle O'Reilly at Wrestle Kingdom 11. Like, became a 3-time Ring of Honor champion, bro.
Nah, say less. I think I'm more so disappointed because I came to Adam Cole late, and I just thought I was gonna have that same feeling, but. And Scott's voice, the game is the game.
Yeah.
The game is the game. So, Nolo, who's
it's real. It's just so real. It's like the Kendrick album. Like y'all ain't fuck with Butterfly. Damn. All right.
Yeah. So,
like Adam Cole ain't the one.
I think we got our answer. Adam Cole and MJF.
Yeah.
Booker of the year. Person that had the pen. And so I have two answers. But the person that had the pen this year and just went crazy. Now, in theory, Shawn Michaels had 20/20 vision and went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it should be Shawn Michaels. But my pick are 5 brothers known as BGW. You feel me? Like when we're talking about elite level booking, you don't get no better than what takes place in BGW. In BGW, we have created some of the best storylines and concepts that never come to fruition because niggas be scared. I'm pretty sure I've seen and heard multiple storylines brought up on this podcast that have happened on WWE and AEW product. So BGW is my pick for Booker of the Year.
Shit, I'm gonna go with that.
Hey man, that's pretty good, Scott.
I like that.
That's pretty damn good, man. You know what? I chose HBK. I did.
Me
but
too.
Yeah, I mean, it's us. Look at the fucking drip.
Come on, bro.
I've been hearing some good things, man, all year. I was hearing some good things when an announcement got made a couple weeks ago. Yeah, man. Very good quality booking.
You know what I mean? We bringing in a great creative team, right? You know what I mean? Just filling the void with nothing, filling the chairs with nothing but geniuses is what we do over here at BGW. We're not WCW's creative team. You feel me? So, yeah.
I fucked up the damn shit for a second.
Oh yeah, hey dog, I feel your pain. I had to fix my damn laptop because the shit was fucked up. My shit was about to die.
But yeah, Nolo, did you get a chance to hear who our pick for Booker of the Year is?
Yeah, you said us.
Yes.
At the top, it's just us, nigga.
Yeah. Yes.
Chicago shit.
What John Moxley say in that video package before Full Gear? There can only be one king. And it's on the logo. So.
But to be more specific though, Scotland, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When you would come up with your fantasy booking, I'd be like, I was always intrigued by that shit, bro. So I can't take too much of the credit of it because like a lot of your fantasy booking, you'll go down the line, you go down the history, then you bring up like a long time story booking of why you wanted this to happen, and it'd be like, damn, that do make sense.
So I have been. I appreciate you saying that, brother. Genuinely, I be bored at work, and so I be redoing storylines when I'm just like jotting stuff down. So I have currently in my notebook, like I think I rebooked the NWO Wolfpack. I booked when Bret Hart stayed after the Montreal. I think I got
I had this on the show.
Yeah, I've had this this long-term story of the Undertaker versus the Great Muta. You know what I mean? It's something I've been debating about bringing to the YouTube BGW page. You know what I mean? It's just been thinking about it.
Nah, you should, bro. There's a lot of those type of podcasts I hear about. Like my significant other, she always listens to like those mystery podcasts and stuff like that, and also like the fantasy stuff. Like, what if this would have happened? What if the butterfly effect would have had shifted left instead of right? So it'll be a lot of ears towards that, especially in the wrestling space, bro. So hey, pull the trigger on that, bro. I'll support you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
You already?
Yes, sir.
ASAP.
He's a great guy.
Now I take everything.
Great guy. An amazing brother.
Great guy.
An amazing brother right there, man.
Look at
Look at this love. Look at this love.
You can't hit on that love.
Can't, man.
Can't.
Even Nolo couldn't.
Why would I do that?
Cause nigga, you was a hater, nigga. And you should be. So wait if all this bad shit been happening towards me too, I'll be hating too.
It's just even funnier because
he said it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not laughing.
It's the way he said it and the fact that we can't see him.
We can't.
Listen, no, we can't see
body voice.
No, we can't see at all.
Nigga, we can't see nothing.
I can see everybody.
Yeah, you can see us.
Black screen. Yeah.
Oh shit! What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
Video package of the year.
Check those 3 buttons on the side and see if you can add yourself back to the stage.
For me?
Video package of the year. The time, you know what I mean? Clearly, we have our own visionary, but you know, the vision of putting together a story in a matter of minutes so that people can get kind of caught up on the feud, but they do it in a creative way. My video package of the year, my GOAT, Sting, his retirement video of him sitting in the theater. He's watching on the big screen.
Oh my God.
The highlights of the career. Bro, when I tell you tears in my eyes, I was just like, nigga, I am not ready for anything that's about to happen after this. And it just turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful package. And yeah, that would probably be my absolute pick for video package of the year.
Can I go next?
Yes, please. You're the one that brought it up. You're the one that put this together.
Yeah. I must ask, Scott.
This is your
fellas. Aren't y'all glad I added this category?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, very much so.
So many I think about, but for me, you know, this kind of comes with a little story. It's been a lot this year for AEW, right? AEW has been said that they've had a terrible year. It's been this, it's been that. I don't think AEW has had a terrible year. I think that this was like, again, this is a very young wrestling company, right? In terms of like the other wrestling companies we know and how long they've been around as far as the major ones go, right? However, I think that the video package that was right at the end of the Full Gear 0 Hour. If y'all go to YouTube, Full Gear had their pre-show 0 Hour. It's on YouTube. It's right like 30 minutes before the end of the broadcast, right? There's a video package. It's 9 minutes. It's you know what I mean? It's crazy, but it kind of gives like the chronology of like the last like few months in AEW, and they use November Rain by Guns N' Roses. Really beautiful song. But the way that they did that, I think for people who necessarily haven't been catching up with AEW as recent, can watch that video package and instantly be caught up. I mean, shit, you could watch that video pack. You could have watched that video package right before World's End, right? And certain things like still make sense about the things that they're layering in that video package. And like, you know, this, you know, we got a second Mercedes and stat match classic. You dig what I'm saying? So that video package and everything with it, even like they circled back around to the Death Rider issue at the end of it. Did the Hurt Business thing. Like, it was just like a beautiful, like, it was one of the best, I think, wrestling video packages I've seen in my life at the time in which I was watching it in real time. And again, we can go back and consider others, but that's the one for me to share for sure. Full Gear right before the broadcast started on the pre-show.
Indeed. Mine I'm gonna go with ironically, I will go with the Daniel Bryan going into All In. Like the one, like the joints when they used Green Day's song.
Yes, sir.
And I just thought it was really dope because it just added into like the story of everything, because he did an interview and they asked him what song he would want to like retire to, and that was the song, and then they used it with it. It was just perfect the way that everything went along, showing his career and everything that was going on. And yeah, man. And going into the match, it was just perfect of how everything just came together. So that's my choice of it.
That was hard.
I'm gonna go with the Metro Boomin video package leading up to Bad Blood.
That's a good pick.
Maybe I'm biased because I was there, but
that was a great video.
It was great. That was great though.
Cause like I wasn't expecting, like I see, like we all engulfed into the hip hop culture, and that's why we all we in this together. But seeing that he's one of the few that's not afraid to embrace that, and then being one of the top hip hop fixtures in like in that realm, embracing it, and also tagging along with WWE, but also WWE embracing him into it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to put like a Travis Scott in there. It's easy to put, damn, I don't want to say his name. Puff. It's easy to put people like that in there because of the cachet that they have. They up there. You know what I'm saying? But having somebody that's not quite up in the top tier realm of that, because he's a producer, but he produced a lot of fire records that's engulfed into like the hip hop culture, but also being a big ass wrestling fan that knows, like he's in the know. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if we have him on the podcast now, he'll be spitting facts just like one of us. So but aside of that, it was just a dope picture. Them being in Atlanta, having Martin Luther Cody in there as well, leading that. And I was like, yo, this really is a dope era of wrestling as a whole.
Yeah,
because it's bringing back that feel of the mixture of the mainstream with the wrestling culture that we have to ourselves, and the final vignette that they had there at Bad Blood. I think that was just I think that was a dope ass package. No dick.
I went same with Nolo. BD, my GOAT, Bryan Danielson package. I'm a huge old school Green Day fan, so that was just perfect. It was definitely, before we have to preface it like this because it is important. Before we knew, what I'm saying, what we knew about Swerve, that whole idea of that match, that thing happened in the package, it was top tier. And just in the wrestling confines of what we're talking about, it was that match is definitely a top 5 match of the year. It couldn't have gone any better between him and Swerve. They literally told a phenomenal story, especially Bryan Danielson and his kids there. But yeah, that package leading up to it, there are always. I mean, obviously, we would have loved to see the WWE stuff within that package, but we know what it is, so it's fine. But even take the WWE career away, put it on the shelf, put it to pocket. His ROH run was phenomenal. Then his short-lived AEW run, phenomenal. Like that's just how good, that's how great he is. You put that on the shelf, and he still has a Hall of Fame career. So the way they were able to, obviously, I'm a sucker for cinema. I'm a sucker for telling the more with the less. They were able to still tell a whole body of a story, even without that significant part of his story that led up all the way to that match. That's really good editing. That's really good cinematography, storytelling, but that's really just making sure that you are able to really paint the picture of what Bryan Danielson is, not only to us, but to this game. So for me, and then, like I said, the music was perfect. The match was perfect. The leader was perfect. Everything about that to that point was, I feel like, a proper send-off for one of the greatest of all time.
My final vote will be Brian. I'll go with Brian.
Absolutely.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to go with thing.
Oh,
Ain't mad at it.
nigga, the next category. I got you. Don't you worry.
I feel you.
Match of the year. The quintessential of the Graps, right? A lot of phenomenal matches took place this year. A lot of matches that I would put in my all-time categories. Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr. from February in New Japan, one of my all-time favorite matches. Will Ospreay, Michael Oku, incredible match. Just from a sentimental standpoint, Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness, incredible. Will Ospreay, Swerve, just so many matches you could go to. But my match of the year, the AEW Tag Team Championships, the Young Bucks, going against Sting and Darby Allin in Sting's retirement match, Greensboro, North Carolina. We're talking about a Sunday pay-per-view, and we all know notorious that AEW will always go over that midnight hour. When I tell you, I was sitting up just in awe. I was not missing my legit GOAT's last match because I knew for a fact this was definitely going to be Sting's last match. That man is old. That man is not coming back. That man is not coming back. No, he is not coming back. But just to have, like I said, the video package, then Sting comes out and he has his two sons. His son's dressed up as, the Surfer Sting. Has his other son dressed up as Wolfpack Sting. The match, bell to bell, is one of my all-time favorites. And y'all know how I feel about the Young Bucks. But they played the perfect foils to what was happening. And I will say, this probably was the match my opinion of Darby Allin fully changed. Because I always got on the podcast and said, if it wasn't for Sting, Darby Allin, be the fuck out of here. But the things, if my GOAT says you're okay, then you must be okay, right? Because Sting stuck with this nigga forever. And then we all know the ladder spot, that insane ladder spot. Nuts. One of the wildest spots I've ever seen done in pro. And keep in mind, Darby was supposed to climb Mount Everest shortly after, I think 2 weeks after this, until fate had different plans. But the fact that, and keep in mind, and this is the last thing I'll say, retirement in wrestling doesn't usually happen often, right? We might see the retirement. They might be back in a few years. This was the perfect send-off for, in my opinion, the greatest of all time. The fact that he got to go out on his own merit. Sting, at any point in his AEW run, did not embarrass himself. It could have been all over in 2015 with Seth Rollins. Thank God that it wasn't. Thank God he got to go out on his own merit. Just for me, that honestly might be my all-time favorite match ever, because it's just it's Sting, man. It's my GOAT. So that's my match of the year.
Beautiful, man.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with Sting too, man. Did we want to see like the young Sting? Of course, but we knew what we was going to see. He gave us everything he had, everything, and I do mean like down to his sons.
Mm-hmm.
So even down to the intro, bringing back the WCW theme, not the Crow Sting theme that you know.
Search and destroy, baby.
I think we all popped in the group chat. We're like, oh shit, like they brought back that theme.
Yeah,
that's all a part of what makes it's corny what I'm about to say, but it all what makes the magic happen. You dig what I'm saying? So,
oh, shit, man.
But so I'm gonna go with Sting as well.
Hey, no wrong with that, bro. So I'm gonna go with in regards to the same match that had to do with my video package. It is Swerve and Bryan Danielson. I thought the lead up to the match was great. Anytime that we get to hear Final Countdown, it's always a beautiful moment. My man Bryan Danielson coming down the ramp, kissing his babies, kissing his lady, going in. Swerve having one of the best entrances with Bun B. That gear he had, cold is just fire with everybody's head on the stake that he defeated. The match itself was a beautiful story. Great moments of when Bryan Danielson keeps getting kicked and he's saying "I love you" to his family for every time Swerve kicked him. When he hit Swerve with the Psycho knee and it didn't phase him at all, probably one of the coldest shits I've seen this year. When he just dust that shit off and hit him with a house call, and just the ending of the match when he would prevail and defeat Swerve to continue his wrestling career and become the AEW champion.
All good picks. My match of the year is Bryan Danielson, Will Ospreay. Dynasty. Again, just a great match, hot crowd. I think that for me, like it gives me some vibes of Kenny Danielson from Grand Slam. And it's funny to keep on like this parallelism between Kenny and Will is really interesting to me, and I'm still trying to explore it and figure it out as we go along. And Kenny's back, you know what I mean? So we're gonna see what that's like, even though he about to get back into it with Okada. But this match was just awesome. You dig what I'm saying? And I mean, Katana strikes, the yes chance. Again, man, I said it, we were talking about Michael Oku and Will Ospreay on this very program. And speaking about move sets and things like that, man, and that it ended it, right? That the Tiger Driver 97. And I mean, granted, all of these Danielson moments this year have been like top notch, but the match of the year for me is from Dynasty.
Let's get negative. Let's get negative. Let's get negative.
Stupid.
Let's get negative. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood. Whoa!
Yeah.
Hey man. Hey man. Hey. If nothing else, 2024 was a year of hate. Okay? Yeah, motherfucking hate. Pure hatred. Cat Williams opened the portal and it just kept rolling on from there. It just kept getting better and better. And Drew McIntyre, CM Punk said, let's turn this shit up and get some blood flowing. And goddamn it, that's what we got. That's what we one motherfucking got. All jokes aside, phenomenal match, phenomenal close out of that chapter. We wanted violence. We got it. We got it early. They did not disappoint. They gave us everything we wanted. We even got like actual graps in the midst of that shit. You know what I mean? That surprised the fuck out of me. I was like, oh, is that a sharpshooter? Okay. Cool. So yeah, it was you you live for those type of, and I'll call it a dream match for sure, especially with the rise of Drew McIntyre and the way he was able to pivot his career this year. He made himself a main event player. So he made himself like, okay, a dream match is Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. Drew could always grab. Like, that's never been in question. But like you said, Scott, he elevated himself to, oh, I'm a main event guy. You can't just question me anymore. You're going to have to put me in there. And he bet on himself. And it worked out. And he found the right dance partner, because CM Punk's still, even at this age, he's still with the shit. He's never going to not be with the shit. So that to me was just the quintessential, because of what the year symbolized, what we wanted and what we actually got. We wanted the turn, wanted the violence. It went above and beyond. The only thing that less they probably could have did was throw one of each other off the goddamn ring. But that they probably would have almost died. So no. Yeah, that was the shit. That was that type shit. And it warmed my heart up with violence to see that shit.
I love it. I love it.
For me, for my final pick, fuck Bryan Danielson, fuck his fragile ass body, fuck them kids, the greatest retirement of all time. King match of the year, 100%. You know what I mean? My GOAT walked out on his own merit. You feel me? You know what I mean? My GOAT took an ass whooping and got up.
He didn't get a plastic bag put over his face. I feel
He did not, because you know why? Sting won't having that shit. Was he getting more Sting money for that plastic bag? No, sir.
Did the check clear?
Did the check clear?
That's all we need to know.
There is no difference between 96 Steve Borden and 24 Steve Borden.
For my pick, I will go with Sting's last match. I will go with that one.
Oh shit, forgot. Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I got thing.
That was must see TV. Yeah.
It was.
We all watched that in real time, right? All of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I stayed up.
Yeah.
Had to.
Yeah.
Man, I had work the next day.
Man, I was
ready. We got 5 more left, gentlemen. 5 more left, and we gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Show of the year, top to bottom. My pick: Backlash, Paris, France. One of the greatest crowds I've ever heard. Everything about that card is hitting on all cylinders. Capped off with an incredible match between Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, a match that I very much watch because the sentiment beforehand was that AJ Styles was washed, and that was fucking insane to me. Then saying it now is even crazier. The fact that they said Alan Jones was a washed individual. MAGA, sure. Washed? Nah, bro. Nah. Yeah, no, that just everything about that. Even like the because I just saw the clip of AJ getting introduced in the crowd doing the chant for him, and you could tell how much that really meant to him. Because I really think AJ, like, he heard the rumblings, like, damn, do I really feel like he genuinely thought he may not have it with the audience anymore. And he went on and put an incredible performance on. So my pick, Backlash, France.
That's dope.
That's a good pick. I'm gonna go with WrestleMania Night 2.
Hey, get the fuck out of here!
I'm going with WrestleMania.
I'm tripping. WrestleMania 92. I'm sorry.
No, Night 2.
Oh shit!
Man had to leave after that. That's funny, man.
My man Chaz was like, I want to watch Bret Hart, Roddy Piper. Nigga, what?
He said, get that shit off my screen.
Plug out my TV.
Oh, yeah, we gonna yeah, we got this shit ducked up, goddamn. Shit, man. WrestleMania 12, goddamn it. Nah, I'm gonna say 92.
I'm sorry.
That's all good. It's all great. I'm gonna say 92, man. It was nice. Night one had told a good story to lead up to night two. We all know
it was cold as a bitch.
Yeah, y'all niggas told me y'all niggas was freezing y'all ass off.
It was better in Philadelphia today than it was on those combined 2 days in April. Ain't that a bitch?
Insane, bro. Insane.
It was 60 degrees today.
Crazy.
Insane.
But,
good football weather, but goddamn.
Put it like this, just to put it, I don't mean to interrupt you, Matt, just to put it in the context. My girl was shivering. Like, we were high up, but she was shivering. And I did not want her to get sick. When she said that she wanted to leave, I was like, yo, thank God. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this show in the comfort of this warm-ass hotel, drinking a coffee, and being warm. Yeah, that was crazy, dog.
I was still there. It was so cold. It was so cold. And then it got, as the night just went on, it just got colder.
It got worse, man.
It just got colder.
But it gave me like all the feels of like why I became a wrestling fan, bro. It was like the nuances of like what's going on now, all the way up to when Cody won the belt at the end of the night. It reminded me of Lex Luger, Bret Hart, when everybody had came up to the ring and congratulating them, brought them up on their shoulders. So it's like it was like I think we're gonna see like WrestleMania Night 2 as like one of the one. The Rock came back. It's the meme, you know what I'm saying? Like everything coming up to it, like the Undertaker, everybody doing their thing, you know what I mean? So that's why I said like WrestleMania Night 2 was one of them shows where it's like, man, bro, that's just fire. I'll go back and watch it.
I feel.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know cold ass weather though.
South Philadelphia Knights, man. You know?
Oh man.
I agree with that pick, but let me tell you something, man. If we would have heard that glass break,
no, that would have been
that'd have done it.
The kid in front of me, I would have kicked him and stunned him.
Oh man,
this was the kid. I was fucking with him all weekend. He predicted the Damien cash in. He was a good ass kid. Also, Bubba Ray was in my role night one. Him and Bubba Ray was arguing at one point. That was hilarious, bro. Yeah, if what Steve? Oh my gosh.
That'd have been crazy. We would have been crazy, man.
It was cool. The song was cool as shit. It was that shit. But if we would have got the oh my gosh.
The thing that I'll say about WrestleMania Night 2 is that if I had to show like someone who hasn't watched wrestling in a very long time, that would be my perfect show to watch. I'd be like, hey, watch this.
Yeah.
And watch this to get back in tune with it, to see what they got going on. My pick is to continue with my theme, All In 2024. That is my pick for the show of the year. You had great moments. I
loved him in MJF match. Sick.
It's the outlier.
Hey, bro. All the greater moments made everything else great. Everything else that wasn't that good. Let's do that. Hey, Nigel McGuinness came back. You know how happy you were, nigga? Do you remember? I remember.
Nigga.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I text everybody in the group chat the second he came out.
I did. I remember. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. There was downsides to it, but there was the upsides make up for everything else that happened. It was amazing. Almost every match was spectacular, hitting, minus the MJF one that I didn't really care much for, and that the one match Mercedes had the worst match of her year.
I don't remember that. I didn't see that.
Don't know what you're talking about.
We're good. We don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, don't know what you're talking
about. I like that. I'm with you. I'm with you. But nah, man. Spectacular night with All In. And that crowd was also cooking out there in England and whatnot. So yeah, that's my pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's mine as well. All in 2024. We get a Mariah May title victory, right? And it kind of starts her thing off. I mean, she, I think this is Mariah May's breakout year also. But I think just top to bottom, it was a good show. I think that for one, coming into the show, everybody had a lot of high expectations, high hopes, whatever. We're returning from the scene of the crown from 2023. Scotland, say it with me, real glass. So we, we were excited. We were excited for all of 2024. We was excited, and I think the show, it didn't exceed expectation necessarily, but it met them. But Wembley Stadium for me is just amazing. I just, I went there when I was a kid, but I could have said night 2, I was there, but watching Wembley from home, comfort of my own home, cooking my own food, it was amazing. So
not cold.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It was summertime. It's a month after my birthday. I'm cooling. You know what I mean? So it was a great time.
I will say, I'll probably, for my final vote. Oh, shit. Chaz never even gave his answer. My bad.
Chaz, what?
All good, brother. All good. This is an underrated gem to me. I think, I didn't see anybody else pick NXT, but I think No Mercy was probably my favorite card. That I fully enjoyed from top to bottom. It was still around that time where the NXT TNA thing was, hot like fish grease. It might have been the top of the top, because I know Joe Hendry fought Ethan for the world title, and that was when the buzz was just out of this world. Hold on one second. Obafemi, you know what I mean? Tony D, they put on a banger. That tag match though, that fucking Chase U Fraxum tag match, whew, hotter than motherfucking fish grease on Summer Degree 98. That shit was fucking amazing.
That shit 98. Goodness gracious!
I just made some shit up. Just made some shit up. But no, I thought that shit was phenomenal. Top to bottom, it was a great card. But the main reason why I come back to this one, this was the breakout performance of Jada Parker. This was the one where it was like, I'm here, and this is what it is. So, it's no going back for me. After this match, the promo before she walked out, I used it in the video. It was phenomenal. I don't know if it was planned. I don't know if it was off the cuff, but that shit was phenomenal. And she delivered. She showed why, even in this short amount of time, I'm a main event player on this NXT roster and moving forward when it's my time. So, yeah, NXT No Mercy was my favorite.
Final vote. I'm gonna go all in. Yeah, I'll say all in. Yeah. That from a top to bottom card, it was incredible. So I'll go with that.
It was sequenced really well. The results of each match made sense. I know we got the little thing with Mercedes, and we got we had a marathon with MJF and Will, but yeah, it was flawless show. Yeah, flawless experience of watching the show.
Hit a rapid fire on this one before we get to the final 3. The Teddy Long non-wrestler of the year.
Ooh,
named after the great Teddy Long himself. My pick for non-wrestler of the year. It was a tough one. This year was tough because I feel like it's a repeated answer, right? But Paul Heyman is my pick for non-wrestler of the year. And it was a toss between him and Ava, because I felt like Ava really came onto her own as a character this year. But I'm thinking of the performances that Paul Heyman put on this year. Just that's where there's levels. There's 2 things Paul Heyman is going to do in his life, and that's scam you and put on a performance, right? Most of the time it's done in the same concept, right?
Yeah.
But the series after WrestleMania of him navigating without Roman, trying to figure out what the hell Solo's doing, even like the night where he got decimated by the new bloodline, and he just screamed in Solo like, "You're not my tribal chief." I mean, for Paul Heyman to get a Stone Cold level pop like that, cinema, man. Paul Heyman, definitely my non-wrestler of the year.
Damn. I went with Prince Nana. I think Prince Nana has been able to get a bunch of flowers this past few years, like for everything. Like he's been in the game for a minute, and this was definitely a breakout year for him. Everybody loves the little swerve dance he does with the theme. He got the whole crowd doing it off beat like a motherfucker, but they be doing it. And him being involved in all the stories, him rocking out with Swerve this entire time, even the having the introduction of MVP and the Hurt Syndicate being involved with that storyline, where when they basically was trying to take Swerve away from him, and then Swerve stood up for him. I just thought it was a nice touch, and Nana would be my choice.
His coffee prices are kind of crazy, but that's a story for another day.
Hey, he trying. I ain't mad at him.
Now I'm gonna go with Nana too. That nigga earned his check every interest, dog. Like that nigga be going hard, bro. He go crazy hard. So I'm gonna go with Prince Nana for sure.
Me, definitely. Shout out to Nana, man. I'm gonna go with Stokely. I really appreciate what Stokely. Yeah, I really appreciate his work around Chris, Willow, and Mercedes. You know what I mean? Just shout out to Chris all day long. Yeah, all day long. Mm-hmm. But doing real good, integral, entertaining work with those two black women this year. Yeah, Stokely is the shit. So I'm gonna, for me, it's definitely Stokely, man.
Yeah, I chose Nana because he a nigga.
Yeah, I like that. I like it.
I mean, everything else you said, Nolo, of course, but that's my nigga.
I get it. Sometimes that's enough.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh no, I was gonna say, I would love to ask Nana how, and this is just from last night, and giving out the toilet paper to the crowd for them to throw at Ricochet. And I want to ask him how did that feel? And the context behind that, for those that know, Ring of Honor, 2005, 2006, for those that remember, the Embassy, Prince Nana, Jimmy Rave would get in the ring, and that's where the toilet paper comes from. That's, the crowd bowling toilet paper at Jimmy Rave and Prince Nana. So I can imagine for Prince Nana, like that last night, that shit hit my heart. Because for those that know, Jimmy Rave, Prince Nana, one of the greatest wrestler-manager combinations in the game. But that's all I want to say on that.
Yeah.
Was this when Nana was grappling, or
he was he maybe wrestled one or two matches, but he was mainly managing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my brother Jimmy Rave too, man.
Yeah, salute to the.
He did.
Yeah. The last few years of Jimmy Rave.
Yeah, he died in this town too. He died here.
Yeah, the last few years of Jimmy Rave's life was absolutely tragic, man. And Jimmy Rave is definitely one of those guys. If we were to ever do a deep dive, his importance as a top level heel in the indie scene, incredible. But yeah, shout out to Prince Nana. Tag team, Harlem Heat Tag Team of the Year. I feel like for all the tag teams, nobody's touching Nathan Frazier and Axel. Nobody.
No.
Every.
That's my pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything Nathan Frazier and Axel have done, from being opponents to being tag team partners, for having the type of story where they're friends but they can't stand each other, and they indirectly hit each other, but yet they somehow still win. like that is going to be. You know what? I'm confident in saying this. I'm absolutely confident in saying this. Nathan Frazier and Axum are the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn of this generation.
Okay.
They are destined to do this shit forever, right? They're going to be tag team partners. They're going to be opponents. They're going to come back to being tag team partners and then go back to being opponents. 2025 will be the feud of the year will be between those two. I've already said it on this podcast, the proposal, mask versus hair. But yeah, they are my. You are not lying. Yeah, they are the best looking tag team.
Without
question.
Without question.
That's my pick.
Yeah,
that's my pick.
Yeah.
I ain't even gotta say nothing.
I apologize. I got blinded by Graps. I'm sorry.
Either way.
Yeah, I apologize.
So yeah, Bianca and Jay, those are my two picks. I mean, those are my picks right there. Like the impact that they had, like everybody just had assumed once Jade came into the mix that they was gonna be beefing, and then they made a stellar, faction. Even with bringing in Naomi, who should be, in there in the mix with Most Improved too, of what she did in TNA as well. You know what I mean? But like them two holding the belts, bringing validity in the tag titles, as far as like in the women's division. Shit, they got more cachet than the Judgment Day, as far as like tag team champions. They meaning that the Judgment Day haven't really defended it that well. You dig what I'm saying? Shit, you even go like when Motor City Machine Guns won theirs, I still felt like Jade and Bianca tag title run was a little bit higher on the pedestal, so I'm gonna go with them too.
Bianca was pretty. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
She's not wrong. Yeah, you know what I mean. She's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not. Right as hell.
I'm committed to my answer though.
Mm-hmm. I am also committed to, but and Jade and Bianca. No.
Bianca and Naomi look good too.
Oh yeah.
They look good because they're the ones that attack Jade. You know what I mean?
Oh no! Oh
yeah.
No!
Yeah. Somebody said Bailey did it, and they were like, she did it for Naomi. She did it for the family.
That is what everybody said. That's what they keep. So what's the final vote? So,
man.
You.
Huh?
Ain't it technically up to Chaz? Because
it is up to Chaz.
I'm sorry. No, Fraxium. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm just writing them down, so that's why I was asking, just to make sure.
Thank you. Because I need to post these tomorrow, so thank you.
Got you, man.
The Jacqueline Jazz Women's Wrestler of the Year.
Hey.
Women went fucking crazy this year.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Certified banger after banger after banger. I originally had picked Athena to win this. My pick has changed.
Wow.
My pick has changed mid-show after thinking about it. My pick is Mercedes Moné.
Great pick.
Mercedes Moné, for the allegations of, once again, being washed, which is insane. Mercedes did not miss. Was it to the level where some people wanted it in the beginning? Maybe not. But it's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish. And that woman went ballistic in the final quarter. It was like the Brit match was like, oh, y'all niggas got me fucked up. She probably said that shit with the ER too. She went crazy. You know what I mean? The Statlander matches. Aminata. Nolo, who was it that she wrestled at Capital Collision?
Wana?
Yeah. Momo.
Yeah. Momo. Yeah.
Momo. Hazuki from just a couple weeks ago, that 5-star classic. She brought it back. Mina, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, she's about to have the match with Mina at Wrestle Dynasty. Easily my women's wrestler of the pick. Athena was close second because she had an incredible year too. But I just feel like Mercedes just took it up to a notch. I feel like she finally, like, the confidence that may have been like scaling back, she brought it back.
Merry Christmas to you too, Vin. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. What's up, bro? That's funny. So I'm gonna go with Athena. And
that wasn't your original pick.
It was not. I did not.
Tell everybody who your original pick was. Tell everybody who your original pick was.
My original pick was Toni Storm.
And then you try to play it off like, I gotta change my pick. No, nigga, stand on business. Stand on what you.
Wait. Didn't you just change your pick? Didn't you literally just change your pick?
Made an executive decision. You don't get to make those
Gaslighter. Gaslighter.
What the fuck am I gaslighting?
Me. Doug, how are you going to come at me for doing the same thing you just did, but I did it?
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
When you always talk about your two favorite women's wrestlers, who are the two that you always pick?
Willow and Athena.
Right. So I would figure if you were a real fan, either one of them two would have won the award. No, you went with the Australian white woman who did fantastic work this year. But then when you changed your pick when you saw that I had originally picked Athena.
That's not why I changed my pick. I changed my picks. I thought about it. The same thing you just did.
Come on, tell them, Vin.
The same thing you just did. You changed your pick. Except for I did it way earlier when we were in deliberations and in the text messages that I thought, we're not going to bring this up. Why would we bring this up? Because
you don't have to yell, man. We're just having a conversation, dog. It's just an award show. You don't have to be yelling.
Hey, brother, no problem. I won't yell anymore. But to continue what I was saying, the forever champion, the fallen goddess, Athena. Athena has had an amazing run, has been the ROH Women's Champion for 2 years. There were even times I thought she was going to lose. The most recent time she faced Billy, I thought she was going to lose. I did not really think that Billy was going to – I thought Billy was going to win this at what was it, Final Battle? Is that the most recent? Yeah. But going to be it for Israel. And I was completely wrong because Athena is amazing. And Athena will always – and she continues to be, if not the best, one of the best wrestlers period in this thing that of professional wrestling. And she is my of the year.
I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan.
That's good. That's a good pick.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna go with Liv, man. Like she came in there like this year, like she didn't have a lot of things going towards her, but she ended up, and winning the championship, coming into a faction, being a leader of the faction, being one of the focal points of WWE. And you already know how I felt about her beforehand. So like I'm gonna go with Liv for sure.
Liv's cool. I like Liv.
Also, you are absolutely correct Nothing is wrong with having Toni Storm as your pick. She did an amazing job this year. I just changed it. That's all. But she's amazing.
I changed mine too. I had it Jada Parker, but shit, she won one already, and that was my focal. Actually, to be transparent, I had a win in everything. You go back.
Clean tweet.
I had to win in every category on here. So shit, you want to put up our original picks to the one that changed?
Fit,
do it.
sneaker
I had it
game.
all the way down. Men's wrestler of the year.
Video package.
Video package. She the one.
Non-wrestler of the year.
Her. Yep. God damn it, because she technically that what it was, the backstage brawl shit she had with whatever the shit was when they took the rope down.
Somebody meet Chin?
Oh.
No.
Nah, he's talking about the shit with Lola.
Underground.
Underground.
Yep, that wasn't a wrestling match. That was just banning. So that's not in wrestling. So shit, she could have won that too.
Man.
Man, in fact, she carrying that whatever niggas.
OTM.
Yeah, that's right. That's about right. It's OTM, but that sounds better.
Whatever. She
right.
She WWW winner.
My pick was Toni. For first and foremost, shout out to Kristen. She pretty much said everything that needed to be said. She took a lane and ran with it. Obviously, she's always been a great wrestler, but her promos, the way she went back to the silent era of cinema, the whole spiel, she committed to it inside the ring, outside the ring, and obviously, my shit was between the thing that as well. But just thinking about the impact she had of a gimmick that came out of nowhere and carried her all the way through, you know what I mean, into 2024. And now she's doing this whole fever dream forgetfulness shit. Like this is the part of the graps where we like, oh, my favorite storyline or personal group. All right, well, cool. If that's what you favor. Oh, my favorite. That's another conversation for another day. But if this is what you favor, if this is what you're looking for, if you're looking for more so of a person with a character, not to say her graphs are terrible, but with a character and a gimmick and a scheme that is main event quality, Toni Storm is your person. She did something that I did not see coming, and she was talked about, you know, up there as far as not just in the women's division, but somebody that was leading the charge for wrestlers. You know what I mean, top 5 just off a gimmick alone. That's really impressive to do, and to see how it flourished, to see how she carried others along with her in her runs, more specifically Mariah May, whose run is, you know, a little bit questionable right now, but again, another conversation another day. It was phenomenal work. I made sure I tuned in every week to see how she was going to deliver on this same product, and she never ceased to amaze me. So hats off to Toni Storm for what she did with bringing back the 1920s type silent era cinematography.
My personal pick is also Liv Morgan. I feel like, you know, things kind of start at that night after Mania. You know what I mean? I feel like Liv is in like her opportunist edge, you know what I mean, rated R like era. Like that's what it's reminding me of. Not a direct comparison.
That's a good analogy.
You know what I mean? But it's like that's what it's reminding me of, right? She got her attitude, she got her title, she got her nigga, you know what I mean? Like she feeding them chicken fingers. It's up. And you know, when she got hurt, when she ran up on Rhea like you know, this like the Sixers wall, the Sixers tunnel. I know everybody saw the tweet where Rhea was like, I hate this fucking wall. You know what I mean? When they came back to the Wells Fargo Center. But like that shit was just crazy. I was really concerned for Rhea at that point. But like in promo she's cutting after that, like, you know, like damn, like y'all feeling all sorry for this girl when I was out. Like y'all wasn't ain't nobody had no sympathy for me. Like where was my shit at? You know what I mean? Like I really appreciated that. SummerSlam happens in Cleveland. It's the moment she get the kiss. And like from there, I think it's been about Liv Morgan been standing on her shit all year. I think she's definitely the Women of the Year in WWE specifically, but Women of the Year for my pick for this category.
Okay. So, as you said, Tony, Athena. I'm gonna go with my final pick. I'm gonna go with Athena.
Athena.
I'll take it.
Oh,
Liv had a crazy year though. Liv absolutely solidified herself as like she one of the ones.
Yeah.
And for the finale, the final award, gentlemen, we've made it. 3 hours deep in the game.
Yes.
The Ron Simmons Male Wrestler of the Year.
Hey.
I like that.
This one was tough because I was like Nolo. I was trying to debate between my heart and my mind. And my heart genuinely was telling me to say Zack Sabre Jr. Just because, like, even though it was low key, Zack's had a phenomenal year. You know what I mean? Capped off winning the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, G1 winner, credible matches with Hechicero, Bryan Danielson, getting ready to headline Wrestle Kingdom. You know what I mean? Against Shoto Umino. But with that being said, I can't go against like when you sit and you feel something in a match. And nobody to me has conveyed that more than Will Ospreay. Will is genuinely on a different like stratosphere. You know what I mean? Like it reminds, and I actually put his 2024 on where I would put Kenny Omega's 2016, right? And I say that because in 2016, I just wasn't on the Kenny train. Like I just wasn't there with Kenny Omega. And it wasn't until later where I was like, yo, I genuinely missed out on greatness because I wasn't truly paying attention. So with Will, I didn't want to do that with him this year. And the fact that this was his first year on American television, like, you've heard Will Ospreay, you know what I mean? Like he's been around, but his main point was New Japan. The fact that he's been AEW, the fact that he's had the matches he's had with Kyle, with Swerve, with Brian. You know what I mean? Like he brought a good match out of MJF. Like that speaks a lot about who he is as a talent. He's clearly the number one babyface in AEW, title or not. Yeah, Will Ospreay to me, my male wrestler of the year.
Ospreay.
I feel you. So I when I was thinking about it, I sat here and it was basically between Cody, Ospreay, and Swerve for me. Those were my three. And I went with Swerve because for some reason I decided to do a theme just like DMac did. And I just feel like his run to winning the title, his actual title reign of having it, being the AEW champion, he was definitely a top 3 AEW champion with his reign. Yeah. Him being the 8th one, he's one of the best ones. And from defeating his matches with Claudio, his match with Christian Cage, defeating Samoa Joe for the title, and his eventual losing of the title match to Bryan Danielson, and when he defeated Will Ospreay in another great match of the could also be considered a match of the year too. The boy just ain't miss, man, for real when it was in that wrestling ring, and he was definitely one of the bigger baby faces before Will Ospreay got there, and then Swerve is my overall choice for wrestler of the year.
Damn good pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody. I'm gonna go with Cody for sure. Like just leading up to like his WrestleMania this year. Um and a little bit of a bias because of the platform that he built up before he even went to the main platform that he's at now. Not saying that it was all for like selfishness for him to get to where he wanted to go to, but it worked out for him. It worked out for him. Like he was the hottest wrestler in the world on a different platform at a particular time. Then Roman kind of came and took that crown from him, and then he went back and took it. Not too much, but it's 1A, 1B, almost Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan type stuff that's going on with them two over there. And the fact and a little bit of heart and mind to the caveat of what Nolo had said earlier about one of his picks. Hart saying, you know, I feel with Cody. And y'all know, like if y'all been watching this pod, y'all know how I feel about Cody and what he has done for me at a wrestling event before, you know, showing up and giving me a t-shirt and all this other stuff when he was a heel. But even past that, just the hard work, grit that he put into and doing something and having a legit storyline that came to like everybody like finish the story, and then having a big platform, having the trust in him to finish it, because we like early on in our show we were talking about other indie wrestlers going to the platform and it wasn't looking the same. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't doing this, it wasn't doing that, but he had trust in himself to leave, come back, and be on top. So my wrestler of the year is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, gentlemen. I think personally for me, I have to go with one Jacob Fatu. And the reason why I say Jacob Fatu is because and again, so real quick, are we counting like the championship? Does that count? Is he a one-time tag champion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Jacob Fatu was incarcerated at 18 years old. I also want to highlight that Jacob Fatu was also 32 years old. He's a 92 baby. We were born in the same year. I once seen this guy defend his MLW world title at the 2300 arena against another guy named Alex Hammerstone. And at the time, it was probably for me the most important indie match at that time that I think that I was like present for. The feeling in that building was crazy that night. And I said, yeah, this guy we about to figure something out. You know what I mean? Something got to be figured out. You know what I mean? Again, it's Jacob Fatu in MLW. So he had the Samoan SWAT team pants on, barefoot, taped feet, that version of Jacob. You know what I mean? Werewolf, Samoan werewolf type shit. And so to see the impact that he's had since his call up, you know, he had his one-off in New Japan out west. I've never, and granted, like, I don't want to, you know, whenever these guys come up, I don't want to really call it like the nepotism thing, like the Samoan thing, like it is what it is, right? And the guys, if you get fast tracked, if you get like, you know, solo situation, I think, you know, some people have certain things to say about it, whatever, right? Jacobs, I've never seen a person have an impact this fast in the WWE, and I think that he represents what signees could be like in the WWE going forward in this new era. So for me, and I think that, you know, I definitely see some solo runs, you know, definitely a couple of championships, you know what I mean, mid card first for sure. But yeah, Jacob Fatu, man, my 2024 male wrestler of the year.
Can I just say before Chaz gives his answer that I put Jacob Fatu, and this is just like an historian thing. Jacob Fatu is probably the closest to Yokozuna that, and like all the Samoans that have been in WWE, like Jacob has the exact same impact Yokozuna did when he came into WWE. Yeah. So yeah, Jacob will be incredible in 2025. So I just wanted to say that.
All right, so this one was tough, man. I had like you said, Scott, I had to put a lot of thought. It was a lot of greatness. And I tried to to put aside my niggerism. You know what I mean? But my pick for the male wrestler of the year is probably Ricochet. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh. Wheels with a rail. That was it.
I don't want you to kill me. I don't want you to kill me out this pod. So let me take that man right now. Oh
Man.
shit.
Yeah, get it together, bro. Get it together.
All right. Jokes aside, my male wrestler of the year is Trick Williams. When you mentioned something that was important to me. What wrestler made you feel something every time they got to that ring? And I can't really think of anybody that made me always felt and root and support than Trick Williams. To see his rise from sidekick background to main event player in the short amount of time that it happened, I personally, again, just as a black man, as a black person, seeing somebody, you know, and Oba's giving me the same vibe too. But I was there, not when it started, obviously, but I was there when the rumbling started. Okay, Trick's next, and how are we gonna make this happen? How are we gonna formulate it? And we all saw it in real time happen through his rise of winning different matches, him being just solo, through the mix up with him and Carmelo and that storyline, to him finally getting past those demons and going against Ilya for that title. You saw like each stage of his come up, he kept figuring out. You could see like the wheels turning for Trick as he kept growing and growing. Okay, how do I do this better? How do I do this better? How do I get better in the ring? How do I work on my ring psychology? You can tell Trick is a student of the game. Him and Booker T, that connection can't be undersold or undervalued. I'm pretty sure he picks his brain on a daily. It's literally the variant. You know what I mean? And he's only going to take it even further than what Booker T did. And not in a slight. It's just that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pass your peers. You're supposed to pass your mentors. And I'm pretty sure that's what Booker T would want. You see every single time, whoop that Trick. That came naturally. Trick Williams, Trick James, bitch. That came. It was so many things that just kept happening naturally for him. You know what I mean? And it just kept getting better and better and better. The music video, it might have been lame here and there, but that's beside the point. The point is you're taking advantage of today's market. Social media is a thing. It's a big fucking thing. All right, well, how I'm gonna add something different to my promos, my package. Oh, I'm gonna do a music video, and I'm gonna make fun of this motherfucker in the most Philliest Trick Williams way, and that's what he did. So for me, every time. Fair enough.
That was that shit. That was that shit. My bad.
But just to see somebody from the background become the main event player, become the Beyonce, it's magical. It's magical to be part of. To see a young African American brother have all the tools and more importantly, not be in a situation where his light is dimmed, where he has to become somebody else. Like, I believe Trick Williams is the same person outside of wrestling, and you root for guys like that because you know they're going to make sure that whatever belief and potential they have, they're going to maximize it. The sky's the limit for Trick, and even though he's young, and even though, you know what I mean, just still a lot of milk around the mustache, he has all the tools. He has that it factor you just can't teach, and it's only going to get better from here. So my male wrestler is Trick Williams.
Gentlemen, the final vote. DMac, who do you pick?
Hey!
I'm gonna give it to Trick, man. I got convinced. I got convinced.
Trick, okay. Lorenzo.
Yeah, man. I was there, man. I got to see Trick at Stand and Deliver, man. I gotta give it to my guy, former Philadelphia Eagle, Trick Williams.
Nolo.
I was also a stand and deliver. And I guess it's looking like Trick.
Trick Williams is the inaugural BGW Ron Simmons Male Wrestler of the Year.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get shout out to Westside Gun.
Gentlemen, we have made it. We are done.
Another Chaz.
We are done. Oh, yo. Westside Gun is a Chaz variant. That's true.
See it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent first edition of the DMacTardy Awards, I must say. Shit, I'm always thinking bigger. The second one might have to do a little something even more special, but we got a whole year to get to that. We got a whole year. That is us wrapped up for 2024. What an incredible year for us, fellas.
Amazing.
Yay.
Yeah. Just everything was incredible this year. Everything was incredible.
Great.
As we go into 2025, obviously big things are happening. We will. No, I'm not shouting out any of those.
What?
People. Yeah, like
Hey.
not shouting.
Salute.
Yeah. I'm not.
Yo.
Crying.
What's up with this guy?
No.
This is a
Going
good
into that shit threw me off my entire loop.
Like this ain't one of them award shows, buddy. It's a good award show, okay?
No.
All right.
No.
It's not one of those award shows.
This ain't that type of time.
Yeah. But 2025
Never, ever.
2025, we got volume 200 rapidly approaching. We have Until the Final Whistle. We have the Locker Room Lead. We have a couple other shows in the works. It's going to be a good year for BGW, I must say. Yeah. But we'll tap in next week. You know what I mean? Obviously, next week we will have coverage on Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Dynasty, give our predictions for 2025 in general. You know what I mean? It'll be volume 189, if I'm not mistaken. 189 back on the block.
Yeah. It's either 188 or 189. It's one or the other.
It's 189. Yeah, not whatever. You can find me at PoeticScotland on X, Scotland_Underwood on Instagram and everything like that. Go follow my articles. Finally back on we'll finally get releasing some new heat this week, so be on the lookout.
Hey, that's dope. Follow me at Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Raleoftheleaf. Follow the 3 pod pages at the same platforms. Until the Final Whistle will drop this week at some point when we figure out what we're going to record. And yeah, man.
Shout out to Cheevers, man.
Yeah, shout out to Cheevers all day.
Love you, brother.
Oh yeah, crumble cookie. Getting some fire ass whatever expensive ass cookies that they got for $5. That shit crazy.
No, that shit is paper. That shit is paper mache. That shit is some bullshit. I hate that.
Man. Or you can find me at DMacTardy on anything you find. And this year, I promise I'll be a little bit more active on. Is it old? Is it something? It sounds like I say MySpace every time I say Twitter. Is it X or is it Twitter?
Twitter.
Twitter, goddamn.
Twitter.
For sponsorship purposes, follow us on X.
Yeah. Okay, right. Sorry, right. My bad.
We try to get things in the works.
I'm like Dante Hall. I just throw it. Damn, this damn jacket tighter than goddamn a mother's love. I swear to God.
Oh man.
Oh, bro.
Listen, First things first, as always, love yourself, love your village.
No.
Make sure you surround yourself with good people. Make sure you take care of that mental. Make sure you take care of that emotional. And always ask God how many doors can open for me, what blessings are for me, and anything that's not for me, keep that shit away from me. God damn it. Oh, secondly, support Scotland in the poetry, in the book,
We in VA next month. We in VA next month.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, bring that up real quick before we go, Scott.
Oh, yes. BGW House Productions presents Deaf Poetry Space going down January 24th between 7 to 9 p.m. The finest in music, poetry, and creativity.
Boom.
Hey. Now, I will let it be known, I am not performing. This is not I am just curating the event. I'm creating the vibes. I'm the MC of the night. But we currently do have 5 performers on the block, including my fellow brethren, Rob Ace Holmes, who will be the headlining act. But yes, completely come. If you're in the area, drop on in. You know what I mean? It's going to be a good time. Like I said, hopefully my brethren here, if you know what I mean, time permits it, we can have an official BGW reunion right there in this space. Absolutely. And you know what I mean? It'll be a good time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I'll be there.
Yes. So yes, please support that. Until the final whistle. Fantastic pod. Shout out to Cheevers. Locker Room Low. Y'all already know what it is. Military recruitment, mental health. That's where DMac comes in. Support that, please. And you know, I do videos. Y'all should watch them. Well, other than that, hey.
The visionary.
The mixtape. Go watch the mixtape.
Go to Chazo mixtape.
Chazo mixtape, man.
In fact, I'm about to retweet it now. Give me one.
Yeah.
Got you.
Watch that.
Find me on Chazo B, my man, IG, my man Zoe, Twitter. Oh, and Blue Sky, my man Chaz. Just a placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you.
You already know what it is, man. My new slogan is I'm overcharging niggas for what they did to the Cold Crush and Too Cold Scorpio. I am AJ Styles P, Lorenzo P, all of those good things. You heard about the Locker Room League. Go get that over on Twitch and YouTube. But if you want to hit me up, LOfrmTHELEAD on Instagram and X.com. AJ Styles P on Blue Sky. It'll come right up. BGW pod for life.
Come on. Till next time.
Shout out to,
who we shouting out?
One more. Shout out to Coco Beware, just cause.
Survive.
I feel alive because the survivor. Nick said nothing, and the final thing he said was, "Go on, Jim. Tell him, brother." Hey, man, shout out to Coco Beware, man. Until next time, we are out.
Peace out to my world.
At the end of the day,
Nolo is a hating ass nigga.
Bang.
Till next time.